Oh my gosh, shit you not, Spencer. I literally thought that
Hello?
was a Raid Shadow Legends sponsor for a second. When it came up
Hello,
Raid
welcome to
Shadow,
Roundtable.
I thought it...
This is episode 10, and we are sponsored by Raid. No, we're not. As you can see,
Here's
tonight,
update.
I'm channeling the inner Liam O'Brien with a cardigan. I am infringing on his copyright status. I'm coming for you, Liam. We have almost everyone here tonight. Unfortunately, Logan is not joining us currently. He may be here in a short time, but we have not. Maybe, maybe not. Don't count it. So, Elijah, I know you're pretty close to Logan. How do you feel about playing Leocast?
Ooh, playing Leocast? I don't have access to his stuff.
I'll send you it.
Okay, I mean, if you want to send me his stuff, I'll do it.
Yes, I trust you to make good decisions.
What he's saying is he trusts you to make questionable decisions because that's what
Essentially,
Leocast does.
Questionable decisions.
I will make sure
trust
that
you
I
to kill
attack the
civilians.
entire party.
Okay,
And then
wonderful.
we have to kill him. All right, perfect.
Now, announcements for tonight. The first announcement is pretty exciting. Thank you for follow as well. The first announcement for tonight is pretty exciting, and it's not really my announcement to make. It's actually Elijah and Ryan's announcement to make. All I'll say is go follow them on Twitter over at Arcane Recovery, and anything you want to say about your project?
Yes. Orion, aka Maverick, we are both starting a podcast project of what it's like behind the scenes being a dungeon master, and we talk with our players. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Arcane Recovery.
Arcane underscore recovery, by the way.
Yep, underscore recovery. It's very important that you get the underscore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're gonna be starting that in like a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and
Yeah,
I'm
we're looking
very
at a month's
excited
time.
about it.
Yep.
So make sure
Okay.
you all follow, or I'll come to your house and I'm just kidding.
Can you keep talking in that vein for 30 seconds? I just have to set up a bit of extra lighting. Just continue talking about where you're
That's
going to
fine
people's houses.
because
Yeah, go on.
the Arcane Recovery podcast is going to be a bi-weekly Saturday morning. I think we're looking at a bi-weekly Saturday morning podcast. And on the off times when we're not running a podcast, we're currently world building for a homebrew campaign that's going to be related to Arcane Recovery called ARC, the Arcane Recovery podcast. Starting with Arc 1, hopefully one of us will be the Dungeon Master for that. The other one will be the player, along with 3 other people that we have to choose. We're running short about 1 year long max campaigns, if not a little bit shorter, so we can trade being dungeon masters and cycling through players and get new cast. And the Arcane Recovery podcast and Arc itself will both be on Twitch and Spotify. So yeah, if you if you enjoy listening to campaigns like Not Another D&D Podcast, Critical Role, and etc., you might enjoy the content that we produce. So stay tuned in about a month's time for another update.
Beautifully said.
All right, with that, that's the first announcement I wait. Secondly, for short thing is, last night I was joined by Ryan, Elijah, and Logan, where we played for the Black Foothills of Nirn as a group of savage Uruks and Ologs, and they all died in the end of one shot, but it was fun. So if you're interested in watching that, fun Lord of the Rings inspired one shot, the video is up on Twitch. It'll be up on YouTube in the coming days as well, so make sure you go and see that. Apart from that, of course, thank you to Soundscape, as always, for allowing us to use this amazing sound on stream. With that said, looks like we're ready to jump into tonight's episode of Roundtable.
Thanks for the couple of follows on the Arcane Recovery Twitter, by the way.
Oh,
as of just now.
Instantly done.
Instant.
Well done, guys.
Instant.
See you all soon.
Brilliant. Brilliant. The power of announcements. Every single week we do these.
Power of announcements. Instant followers on Twitter. Well done, viewers alike. Anyway. Anyway.
I think gotta support the squad. Oh, there we go. Oh god, why is it only at like 30 frames per second? Can we like not?
So, where we left off, the party had travelled north to the grand estate of the esteemed comedian Arvis Bell for a Civilization's Dawn party. Here, of course, many revelations and surprise meetings were had. But upon the hasty exit of a mysterious drow wizard who identified as Wyas Murd, you went to see the melancholy Arvis Bell. In a heartbreaking and worrying confession, he revealed to you all that he had been investigating into the dark fields of necromancy to bring his brother Clovis back. He possibly found an artifact just north of his estate. And of course, being the good people you are, you immediately rejected his proposal to return the artifacts to him, but upon his leaking of the information that he acquired the whereabouts of the artifact from a informant within the Oblivion Choir, he immediately sprang into action, rushing northwards deep into the twisted and murky Drakegate Woods to beat the Oblivion Choir to the artifact. Upon arrival at the entrance to the catacombs, marked by a large door inset into the stone, pieced together with an array of skulls, you bested two potent soldiers in combat, both wielding vicious magic, dressed in sharp black armor, and uncovered their hog-tied prisoner. A beatnik of a man, recognizable to both Joy and Maverick, even without his elegant and colourful silken robes. This was Sohes Zekros, the Spice Mage, and as well as being a fabled traveller of many parts, he's a capable sorcerer. But his magic powers seem to be sapped, and he revealed to you all that the Oblivion Choir has found a way to take his essence and funnel it into a phylactery of sorts, relegating him to being no more than an old man with an ostentatious personality. So, you stand outside the tomb door, as the moon floats higher in the sky. The forest is deathly silent, a dire gloom is rolling in. Sohes is almost falling unconscious against a rock after being a prisoner for maybe a week, maybe more. Your time is limited, you know the choir are within. And it is here where we begin. What would everyone like to do?
Well, I want to ask the Spice Mage a question.
Yeah, he's almost unconscious against a rock, and his eyes are fluttering open. You can try and get an answer.
Oh, hi, buddy. Listen.
Yes. Yes.
I unfold the paper. What do you know about Zekros?
Yeah. Kind of just looks confused at you.
I found this note. Someone that's been causing problems affiliated with the White Wings and the Oblivion Choir. Apparently there's this informant here, and I'll just read the letter off with him. They were after you because you should know some information about this artifact called Zekris, I suppose.
I will say,
A person called Zekris.
reading the letter and knowing you were introduced to Zekris obviously a while ago in your session.
Oh wait, that was his real name?
His full name is Sohas Zekris.
Oh. I forgot, I keep calling him Spice Mage. Okay, rewind. How in the hell are you gonna get yourself involved with the White Wings and the Oblivion Choir, and how the hell do you know Demar?
Well, my boy, it's a long story. He kind of looks at you with his wide eyes as... I've made a bit of a name for myself in these parts. Well, many parts, all the parts really when you look at it, but... he kind of... He isn't going to answer this line of questioning from seeing now.
Alright. You need to get yourself somewhere safe. If they were able to find you wherever the hells you were hiding at before, you need to hide a little bit better. And then I fold up the paper back in my pocket.
As you're doing this, he looks somewhere. Yes, somewhere safe, but first, alcohol. Got any? Just need a swig to fortify the spirits, you know?
Sure. I think I filled up something from the party, actually. It's the wine's no longer cold, but here.
Ah, yes.
Wineskin.
You are a gentleman scholar. Drinks it down.
Keep it. We have any way of getting him out of here in case more people show up?
Well, I mean, I could lead him through the woods, maybe. Back to the party. Maybe he'll be safe there. Maybe the good Lord will let him stay.
It'll take hours.
It's either he kind of wanders back alone or he comes with us.
At this point, he is unconscious. He is completely knocked out against a rock, just slumped.
I mean, I'm pretty good at getting through the woods. It might take a while, but I can get him there. Otherwise, the Oblivion Choir is closing in on us pretty soon, apparently, so...
It looks like you'll have to carry him.
Like, Lucas, like, looks down at him, like, really weighing whether or not he'll be able to do that. And he'll try picking up the Spice Mage.
He's an old man, but he's still relatively well built, so it takes a decent amount of time to find the correct angle to swing him onto your shoulder, and it's like just potato sacks on your back. And it's relatively comfortable. I'd say you take 5 feet off your movement speed if you have him on your back.
Okay. Does Lugos know how long it would take to get him to the manor through the woods?
7 miles if you're completely sprinting. I'd say for you could do that in an hour.
What if I'm shifted?
I'd say you'd need to make a check to keep him on your back.
So what, do we tie him to your back?
So it might be a bit hard to keep this unconscious human to your back whilst you're kind of leaping from place to place as you're bounding along.
True.
The benefits of if someone was a druid to just wild shape into a giant gorilla. That's not King Kong, and...
Man, you have no idea.
Turn to monkey.
Iggy is like, you have no idea how much I want to be King Kong, and just...
Want to be monk.
Return to monk.
Monkey.
Of course.
Um,
Of course.
See, kitty?
Yeah, it's my
He went
cat.
away.
Okay.
Oh, she went.
You're taking him back? Are you taking him back in shifted form or usual?
I don't want to shift in front of the group.
Okay.
So-
You should just take him there normally and then shift and then run back.
Oh, it'll take around an hour and a half.
I could likely do that.
Also,
hour and a
am I
half
here
total.
or not? I'm sorry.
You
So
are
what?
there,
So
yes.
we can take a short rest while you're gone.
Actually, no. You are not quite there. You are still at the house. So
I
you
didn't
can.
think so.
You need
You
to
can
go
join
fetch
back up with the
Kashol
group,
anyway,
yeah.
Lugos.
Ah,
Kashol stormed out and he was so pissed off I didn't get a chance to yell at him to come with us. Why don't you go and grab Kashol and bring him back? And drop off
that's
the
right.
Spice Mage.
oi,
We'll wait
alright.
for you.
I'm
We'll
on
take
it
a
already,
short
and,
rest.
like, while
Alright.
Maverick's still talking, Maverick's already
Okay,
like,
alright.
Lugos is already on
Andrew,
the edge of the woods.
Gone. He's
Okay.
gone.
Just straight onto your back and you dart off in the woods just a blur. The rest of you, whilst he is gone delivering the Spice Mage back to Avispel's estate, what do you want to spend your time doing?
Take some sort of a short rest.
Okay, you can take
And
a short
also
rest.
maybe find some sort of a place to hide in case the Oblivion Choir comes through here within the next hour.
Roll perception for me.
Great. I have a plus to perception.
18.
19. That's pretty
19.
good. Hey.
You search around and for natural reed drake wood kind of forest you're in, these branches and trees around you are gnarled and twisted and they loop up. And they're these huge, expansive, just twisted grey trees. There's one, you glance off into the woods and there's this huge branch, probably about 10 feet wide. It's got a large, it looks like it was probably struck by lightning 50 years ago. The entire base of it is cracked open. You reckon you could actually try and take shelter in the trunk of the tree itself?
Alright.
Okay. 'Cause you
Joel, you feel like
Yeah.
climbing trees?
Sure. How big is the tree?
the tree's about 10 feet across. To get kind of into the trunk, it's like it's actually just split open the entire way up. You could just crawl straight into it.
Treehouse. But on the ground, I suppose. Should be enough room, wouldn't be too cramped. Somewhere to keep watch as well. Be fine. But,
That's fine. I don't need much of a rest. You rest, I'll keep watch.
yeah, I just need a short rest to get
Okay.
my
Joy, us are
connection
keeping
back.
watch. Roll perception for me. Lugos, on your way back through the woods, you're leaping from branch to branch. It's amazing as you go through. Eventually, about an hour later, you arrive back at Nat 20. Wow. About an hour later, you arrive back at the estate of Arvaspel. From what you can see, every person in the house is in the garden. They're all crowded around. There's the music. There's a bonfire going on. You look up at the moon. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night at this point. You look and there's a single light on in the bottom story of the house, and you see the relatively familiar figure of Kishore kind of just pacing back and forth in his room.
Pissed the fuck off.
Alright, I'm going to sprint straight up to my room with the Spice Mage.
Just in the house, in the room, and up. Okay, roll stealth for me.
Sure. I have pretty decent stealth, so...
So I'm curious how you'd explain taking a half-naked old man upstairs
Chuck
to your
him through
room.
the window.
18.
Don't worry about that.
18. Wow. Oh yeah, it's silent. You keep all the momentum for sprinting into the woods. You go straight in the massive kind of central foyer area, up the stairs. It's like an animated cartoon. It's up the stairs in your room or on the bed. Close the door. He's passed out with sleep.
And
He's fine.
nice. I go and grab Kasha, if I can find him.
Okay. Kishore, you're in the bottom story of the house, and it looks like this is just a drawing room or a music room. Having punched the guy who made snide comments about the music artist earlier, your hand's still kind of sore and you're pacing back and forth, still filled with anger. There's a... on your door. You see the
I'm
figure
not even
of...
knocking.
Oh, you just go straight in. Okay.
I'm just like I'm like doing the Kramer, like right into his room. Hey, Jerry. No.
As soon as the door opens, I pull my crossbow. It's ready to shoot, and then I see Lugos. What the hell?
Oh, there's no
What are you
time to
doing?
explain. Really, you gotta get going. Come on. Oh, your friends are in trouble.
Okay, right, all right, good. Get the fuck away from here. Got it. And I'm gonna grab my stuff, and I'm gonna follow Lugos.
Alright.
Okay.
I could take it to the extreme, and I could like jump out the window, but like, yeah.
No time to explain.
No, I just go back down the stairs.
Okay, you rush down the stairs. As you're making your way back through the woods of Shore, you're going to be a bit slower. Joy,
Please, no.
you had a perception check of a natural 20 whilst you stood standing guard. Maverick's taking a short rest from tree. You look out. It doesn't look like anyone's approaching the catacomb entrance. You actually listen really, really closely, and you hear a faint kind of like it's a magical eldritch arcane sound, and you kind of try and decipher where it's coming from. And it sounds like it's from within the catacombs. You look and there's faint light bleeding out from under the catacombs door, and it sounds like the Oblivion Choir are already inside.
Oh, great.
By the way, if I'm coming back with Kasha, I'm definitely not shifting.
Yeah.
But hey, travel time with your party, you can't get lost.
Yeah, we travel normal speed. Can't get lost.
Okay, so you head straight back into the Drategate Woods, and this takes you about 45 minutes this time because you don't have an old man on your back. And you arrive back. And you kind of look around, you've lost the rest of the party. You look over and there's this huge gnarled tree. In its trunk, you see Maverick sat there resting, patching himself outside. Tiefling Joy standing guard, her rapier drawn. What's everyone doing?
Well, I think we need to head inside. It looks when I was watching, standing guard, it seems like they're already here.
About what time is it currently now? After I make it back to the
what?
party with Kasha?
Be about 11 at
10:30.
night. Yeah, about 10:45.
It's late. It's a late night. All right.
And you
So
look at, and it looks like
Coming back just like
a full moon getting higher and higher in the sky.
So how long
Back
ago
just,
did I
like,
see the light?
wheezing.
How long ago was the light, the Eldritch sounds?
At this point, about 10 minutes.
Oh, okay.
So pretty recent.
Pretty recent.
Lugo's coming back just like wheezing.
Jesus.
All right.
Man.
I brought him back.
Jerome, good to see you still got your head on, for sure.
Yeah, well, I heard the people were in danger or needed help or something, so, you know.
Yeah, well, more than just help. Apparently, the Oblivion Choir are already inside performing some sort of arcane BS right now with getting some sort of Lieutenant Vecna's artifacts, some bullshit.
All
everyone.
sorts of evil shite going on inside. Gonna put a stop to it.
Oh, yeah, you know, it's just twice a week on the regular for us at this point.
Well, all right,
out
I
of the
mean,
tree.
better than staying at that Steffi party, right? Well, are we going in or not?
Yeah. Yeah, we're going in. Speaking of party, we'll talk about that later. This, if we don't all die, of course. All right.
Don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, let's get moving, shall we?
All right, so
Okay.
how do we open up this thing?
So, upon first glance on these catacombs door, they're about 5 feet wide and about 11 feet tall. Heavy set iron doors with these skulls set into them are regular. They look locked because you give them a shallow push and they're not moving. And you look up and down the door of skulls, and every so often there's a skull with a beautiful blue gemstone set into both eyes. Just every so often, it's one of these skulls. It appears locked, but you can also probably try and open it with brute strength.
Do those gems look like they can be taken out of the eye sockets?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Sure, intelligence. No problem, man.
I was kind of thinking the same thing, but I probably wouldn't have assumed such.
I'm sure Joy was thinking it.
I was.
3.
Joy would be like, oh, crystal.
You
Ooh,
look and you
pretty.
think anything can be taken out if you try hard enough.
Lugos will tell Joy. Boy, those pretty crystals look like they might be worth something, love. You might want to have a try taking them out, eh?
Can I do like an Arcana check on them?
To search for what?
I just want to see if I take it out, if something bad's gonna happen.
I'd say make me an investigation check instead.
Damn it. Okay.
Are you like proficient with Arcana?
26.
It doesn't matter, never mind. I am proficient in Arcana, but
You look, and just behind the gemstone, there's a faint kind of blue glow. You think if you take a gemstone out, it'll release a burst of arcane energy.
What do you see?
so yeah, I'll go ahead and share that with the group.
So it's a catalyst for magic.
What it appears to be.
I have an idea. It's not the smartest, but we could try it.
Is it a similar glow to what I noticed earlier?
No, the glow you notice earlier is just your standard kind of torch, gentle flicker under the doorway. This is
Oh, okay.
pure eldritch.
The plan would involve everyone standing about 30 feet away from the door, though.
Are we trying to get in here loudly or quietly?
I mean, do you think that they know
Well,
that
if
we're here
there's-
already or not?
If there's arcane on the doors, if we interfere with it, there's no point being quiet if it's rigged with some sort of an alarm. Or trap. And you say they're a catalyst for some sort of magic, something that they're containing. All things have a capacity and all things have a limit. Alright, everyone back up. I'll try something.
All right.
I want to stand 60 feet from the door and Eldritch blast it.
Yeah, I back up from the door for sure.
Yeah, same.
I Eldritch blast the door.
Okay, so I will just inform you that will reduce all stealth from your entrance. Is that okay?
I am okay with it personally.
You're okay with it? Okay.
Well, that's because you're bad at stealthing anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what about for the rest of us who are good at stealthing, huh? You should appear to be alone, and then
Roll
the
to hit
rest of
with
us will come in
advantage
later.
for me.
We'll just let him go first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe brute forcing our way in isn't the way to go. But what do I know?
I'm sure Leocast would love to.
Knock knock.
Yeah.
20.
Okay. Roll damage for me. I'm gonna say it's an automatic critical hit as well. It's a massive
Okay,
door. 12 points of damage. Everyone stands back and you begin to weave this eldritch energy in your hand and boom, you fire straight forward. It's a decent hit. It hits directly in the center of the doors, right on the weak point. And the doors, they kind of blast open a foot or so. Creak open, but bits of skull go flying everywhere as you see some of the hinges that connect it come completely off, sending a huge, deafening crack throughout the interior of the dungeon.
Well, there's that.
Little right.
Athletics check maybe to push it the rest of the way.
If you'd like, yes. And I will say, thanks to that, whilst you're in here, you're going to have disadvantage on all stealth checks, just those the denizens of the dungeon will be on high alert.
Fine.
Oh, net 2.
That
Someone
too.
give me the help action.
You go, and
Push
even
these-
though
I'll give
these...
you the help
these doors
action,
open.
buddy.
Alright.
And just at first, just where the doors have fallen, have put all their weight on one corner, which makes it incredibly hard to push. With the help of Lugos coming up, you just managed to kind of push one a tiny bit more open, leaving about a foot and a half wide space to try and squeeze through to get it into the passageway.
Single file, everyone.
I should probably bring up the rear.
Yeah, we should probably try to be as stealthy as we can, but you
Can
know.
you give me a marching order, please?
First.
Okay, Maverick first.
So much for
Leocast,
stealth.
I want to say Leocast first, like right behind you.
Who's
Yeah,
second?
Leocast right behind
Make
Maverick.
a second. Who's third?
I'll take third.
Okay, I want to be second to last then. I want to try and distance herself away from the loud
Then
ones.
Joy, and then
Yeah.
Lugos.
Yeah, I'll be at the end.
You got the range.
Okay. Well, with this marching order, you begin to slowly push through doors and emerge into the catacombs beyond. The first thing you notice entering this passageway is this horrible lack of any moisture in the air. It's like breathing in a desert, but the air isn't warm, it's freezing cold and dry. And the second thing you notice as you glance your eyes up, you appear to be in a corridor of sorts, looking about. Your eyes focus themselves on the darkness, and the passage in front of you quickly drops down into a staircase. The walls are made of old stone bricks. No plant life or moss growing out of them, completely arid and dry. You look... Evenly laid torch sconces line the wall going down, and you look in the distance, probably about 30 feet down this passageway as it slowly steps down. It appears to be a crossroads of sorts, a path leading right and a path leading left.
Any bright ideas?
What do each of the paths look like?
Identical?
Do you mean kind of you stand out of the crossroads and look left and then look right, so you see kind of what you can see? Okay. Left, you can see it essentially is an archway about 20 feet in front of you. Quite a small archway, and you can see this leads to a table with it has some candles on it, and you think you can just see. If you've ever played the mission on Skyrim, where you're kind of in the crypts and they're kind of laid into the walls, it's the circular room, and you see sarcophaguses kind of pushed into the wall in these crevasses lining the walls. Glancing right, you see a relatively heavy-set wooden door reinforced with iron. You glance up and it appears to have a semicircular stained glass window above it, and I assume you brought a torch down, or are you just relying on your dark vision?
Right now, I'm relying on my dark vision.
Okay.
Same.
I will say
Who
that
does not have dark vision?
I've a moment that are wall sconces with torches in them, so you do have light that way. And you look, and as the light from torches kind of refracts up and hits the stained glass window, it creates this beautiful mirage of golds and blues and reds as it dances back down the corridor to your feet. Which way will it be?
Interesting. I don't like it in here.
Can I try to listen for the sounds of chanting or any sort of incantations? You said there was some ritual.
Roll perception for me.
While he does that, may I check the floor to see which has heavier foot traffic? Is there any scuffs on the stonework on the ground?
Roll investigation for me. Okay, sure. You kind of listen out. You don't hear much. You just hear the faint crackling of the candle wick going down. You listen closer. You can hear faint drips of water coming from the room with a heavy-set one door and stained glass. You can't hear anything too suspicious. Okay, Maverick with a 19 investigation. So looking which one has the biggest foot traffic, correct?
Yeah, the most foot traffic.
The thing that allows you to kind of gauge this really well. It's an ancient, decrepit crypt. You look around, there's dust everywhere. The dust is completely cleared, heading left into the kind of sarcophagus room. To the right, it's completely fresh, and no one has gone down there.
I'll point that out. There's some heavy foot traffic on the path to the left. The dust hasn't been disturbed on the path to the right yet. I think we got our mark.
Why?
You see that while we're down here in the somewhat dark, you see my eyes are glowing with like this weird energy as well. I can see up to 120 feet through magical and non-magical darkness. Gotta love it. Devil's
Fancy.
Eldritch Incantation. I got the Eldritch Invocation of that. It's amazing.
Okay.
I can see through all tricks. It actually might combo with Joy's Darkness at level 5 when she gets the Darkness spell.
Yes.
Combos. Gotta love it. Alright. Do we be stealthy about this, or do we stop whatever the nine hells that they're doing? Just be on the ready. And I'll just start heading down the left path.
Any
This price
checks
gives me the willies.
as you go, or are you just heading straight in?
I will attempt to be stealthy,
Okay. Roll stealth
but
with
I am not
disadvantage.
trying super hard.
And I assume as you go, are you searching for traps? Is there anything like that?
May I, the fart noise? May
The
I
sound
use
effect
the
for all
19
20.
Can I use the 19 investigation for this
No,
particular
unfortunately,
hallway of trap? No,
you would have
alright,
to roll
sure,
another
I'll
investigate.
roll investigation.
So that was a nat 1 for stealth. For anyone who heard the noise, it wasn't one of us on Discord, it was Foundry.
Promise.
11 for investigation.
Not sure what sort of bullshit magic's about this place.
So you
On
glance
his nat
about.
1, does Maverick like trip and like?
No. What
I
he
bump
does
into a
is
torch sconce and it falls into the...
he slowly makes his way down the corridor, his eyes kind of glowing this gold as he peers straight through the darkness. He looks about, everything seems safe, and he heads onwards through the archway. As he does so, a thin, almost undetectable wire, which is strewn across the front of the archway, he trips it, it comes undone. As he does so, you're Maverick on the other side of this archway now. Your head turns and you look at a manual hand crank. Comes undone, and behind you a large iron grating falls down, blocking off the rest of your party from getting to you.
Well, isn't that wonderful? I'm gonna try to force lift it.
Roll strength for me.
Is the grate completely like blocking
Iron?
off all of the hallway?
It is essentially a portcullis, so yeah, it's kind of this archway is the only way through. It's dropped completely down.
Yeah.
14?
So I can't climb over it in any way, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Obviously. Okay. Thought I'd
14,
ask.
you go, you wrap your arms under it, and you push with all of your might upwards, but it doesn't move.
Help action.
Okay. Roll again, no
Help
advantage for me.
action. Okay.
Help action.
22.
Pretty good.
You still, it's a full cast iron portcullis, and it's impossible
It's
to lift.
mechanically down. Is there some sort of... You said there was some sort of like hand crank that spun?
Yeah. You see, as it spun around, it appears it had a mechanism fitted, so it's kind of gone, and it's gone to its final bit, and then it's pushed itself off the wall and broken itself.
Is it on the other side?
It's on the other side, yeah.
How big are the holes in the portcullis gate?
Yeah.
15 centimeters. By 15 centimeters
Pretty-
for
This is
squares.
decent.
Would Leo cast just Misty Step to the other side?
Leo Koss would absolutely Misty Step to the other side if he can see it.
Yeah, he probably would.
Spence.
Hmm?
Leo Koss, Misty
Yeah,
Steps to
just
the other side.
it appears on the other side with a trail of mist behind it.
We'll try
And he'll start cranking the gate.
Oh, unfortunately, it's kind of forced itself off of a wall and broken it. So at the moment, what it is Maverick is on a different side to the rest of you. He went through and tripped the wire, and it came down behind him as he went.
Oh, so Maverick's on one side and we're
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the other. Oh, I see.
And Maverick, as Leocast kind of does this, you glance about. You see another corridor leads off from his crypt you're in. Thin corridors again with the bodies stacked inwards to the wall. There's a single table in the center of this room with some candles on, and you also see a leather kind of pouch. It looks like it has a jar in it. It's been sealed pretty tightly. The dust is completely disturbed on this table.
A jar, huh? This jar just better not be trapped up. Investigate it.
Roll investigation.
It's a jar.
That one. It's a jar and a leather
jar.
pouch. It seems completely fine.
Second that one of the night, man. It's gonna be a good
How
session.
big is this? Does it look? Is it a clear jar, solid jar?
It is a
what color
clear
liquid
glass
is it in?
jar. It's decently big. It's like a litre capacity, and as you kind of undo the leather pouch in it, you go down. It looks like it's full of a grey oil, quite a thick, viscous oil.
Black. pudding.
Maverick, let me send a familiar with you.
There you go. All right.
So we can, not totally communicate, but
What
Just
form
in
does what form will your familiar take?
spider.
Oh, that's terrifying. How big of a spider?
Fits
Oh,
the hand.
Just like a small one, or like a tarantula?
like a small tarantula.
Okay. Does it have a name?
Oh no, not this one.
Okay, it's just Spider 1, unnamed NPC.
Yeah, pretty much.
You summon your familiar, you put your hand down, and it kind of scuttles to the floor, straight under the gate. As you're investigating this jar, you see the spider familiar crawl up on the table next to you, also peering on the
Spider.
jar.
Take the jar. Ah, spider. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, little guy. Come on. I'll just have him crawl up my arm and just sit on my shoulder.
That is still terrifying.
Well, at least I know it's Joy's.
Hmm.
I hope that I do.
It's just a random spider in here.
Yeah, it's just jar, crush. God, stop dodging. You guys, is there anything? Shit. Maybe both of these tunnels lead back around to the same place.
That's what I'm hoping.
Maybe venture off in the other direction. We're gonna continue on this way.
Maverick, make an investigation check for me. No, not investigate. Intelligence. Sorry. As you kind of just glance off from this jar, catches your eye again.
It's the same roll. 18 this time.
18. As you're saying this to the party, there's a sudden moment of how did I not realize this sooner? Kind of in your head as you look and turn of a jar, and you see this grey kind of viscous, oily substance gently kind of pulse and move in the jar. And you look at
I
him.
joked about it being a pudding. I wasn't serious.
You've seen these things before at your town on the your time on the town watch. Sometimes used as
Acid.
uncouth methods of getting into places and hurting people. This is what is commonly known as a grey ooze.
Don't touch it. I mean, it could just destroy the gate, but
So Leo casts with Maverick, right?
Leo casts with
Or is it
Maverick, yeah.
Lugo's? Leo casts with
Leo
Drink
casts
it.
with
I'm
me.
just kidding. I'm just messing.
I will tell them 15 feet back, yeah?
Lugos just shrugs, moves back.
Chuck the glass jar at the wrought iron cullis.
We're making so
Okay.
much noise.
Yeah, throwing a glass jar. Roll a
Strength check.
dexterity check to see how accurate you are.
Great. Nat 1 again.
Not one.
Maybe I'll just have Leocast throw it.
L-
'cause this
l-
won't-
You pick up a glass jar and this grey ooze inside kind of sloshes to one side, and you pray to all of the gods that this is going to work. You throw it at the iron gate, and in a way, it works your favour, but in a way it doesn't, as it turns out the glass jar, it's very strongly and well made. The portcullis on the other hand isn't, and as you throw it, it hits right at the bottom of the portcullis, tears a section of the iron open and goes straight to the other side, spinning to the feet of your companions, and just as it does so, the cork on top just shifts again slightly, and you see as it slowly begins to push itself out.
Lugos wants to like kick the jar at the portcullis.
Okay, so you're just kicking it straight back in as soon as it comes to you.
Yeah, he's like panicking first. He's like, "Oh shit!" And then he'll like kick the
Kick
jar
it at
because
the gate.
he doesn't know what's in there. You know, I'll kick it straight at the gate.
Okay. As soon as you, kick it straight at the gate, that just causes it to, the top comes straight off, It spins to one side, and it hits the gate with a useless clang as the grey ooze inside it begins to work its way out, corroding the very floor itself and cleaning it as it emerges out. Everyone roll initiative for me.
Fuck.
I'm gonna have to draw it to me so it can slarp through the gate and eat it. Sleep slurp. I have to
So
wait for the,
I feel like I'm just hanging out here.
I feel like
I'm watching these idiots work. Like, man, I'm still mad about that.
There you go.
Another
Everybody
nat
gets a
one.
nat 1 today. Let's go.
Oh my god. Nat
Back
20,
to back.
finally. These sound effects really enhancing the gameplay.
Wow. Foundry's really bipolar today.
Yep. Another nat 1.
Dude, that is like your 4th nat 1.
It's gonna be a great game, I can tell.
Yep.
I just need to quickly crop everyone into the Discord setting. If someone could roll me the initiative for Grey Ooze, please.
Sure.
Are we all rolling initiative?
All roll
Yeah.
initiative. This thing
Hey,
is
the
a
ooze
beast.
doesn't have much of a dex.
I'm not worried about the ooze having dex. I'm worried about the ooze eating my shit.
The ooze got a 12.
12, okay.
Leo Koss got a 22. Lugos got a 5.
Okay. Okay. I'm just quickly gonna put Elijah in the stream.
I wonder if Kashaw casted heat metal on the gate, it would do anything.
Over
Ah,
time,
Become
certainly.
weakened.
It definitely would have a time. I will say, from looking at it, it's oldish, and that's why the jar was able to smash through it so easily.
Damn, we could have just used magic to get through. Who would have thought?
Oh well, now you have a Grey Ooze. It's all coming together.
I mean,
I
is
have
it
really been
flammable?
on a streak of mean DMing this week, haven't I? TPK last night, Grey Ooze tonight. That was fun.
Hey, I was kind of close with guessing it was a pudding.
You were.
You should have ate it, and then we wouldn't have to fight it.
Yeah, I was like, hey, Leokas, I think this might be a pudding. Pudding, I love pudding.
Oh, I'm feeling a little hungry, you know?
Okay, there we go. We're all in. And now you
Alright.
have a battle map. Well, you don't have a battle map, you have a roundtable screen, but you're about to have a battle map as you fight the ooze. So you look, as you kick the jar, it comes straight across the floor and it begins to slowly work its way out. I'm just gonna put your tokens in for you, don't worry. So,
I'm blind.
player characters, we have
I have
Ulysses,
Eldritch Sight. Let's go.
we have Joy. Gross.
Ooh.
We're gonna go over here.
Yep.
Leokas. And the ooze is here. Wait, there we go. Okay. Initiative scores 20 to 25.
Leo Koss.
Leokas.
Was that 22?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. 15 to 20?
Kashaw.
15.
Okay. 10 to 15.
I have 14.
Okay.
Maverick.
Was the ooze
I have
12?
the ooze has 12, and then I have 3.
Oh, you rolled for those, I see.
Yeah, I did.
I have 5. Lugos has 5.
Okay, nice.
Spider got 1.
Spider got 1.
Wow.
More nat ones.
Tonight.
All right,
It's
I'm gonna
going
refresh
terribly.
Foundry. I'm just gonna refresh Foundry. I'm
Okay,
just
so
gonna,
as you see it smash across the floor, the first person to react is actually the Leokas behind the gate. He's been looking around investigating the room, turns his head just in time to see this grey ooze come out and start corroding the floor. Elijah, what is
draw
Leokas
it
doing?
to the gate. Draw it to the gate.
Let me see here. I think, can he, like, bang on his shield to, like, draw it over?
Or
He can try, certainly try. Or he can Eldritch Blast.
You know
I
what?
need-
He'll Eldritch Blast. You know, good suggestion, guys.
Teamwork.
Great suggestion.
I'm gonna send you his character sheet quickly as well. I don't know if you have it.
I have it pulled up, but it's not like I can do anything. That's a
All right.
23 in the Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, it's a definite hit.
I don't. Oh, whoop.
Oh.
I don't have control of his token, but I want to move him here.
Remember? Okay. Feel free to.
He's gonna
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast around
damage
the
for me.
Maverick. Alright.
Yeah. Gray is incredibly easy to hit. He just turns around. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're trying to shoot through the portcullis. You're gonna actually have disadvantage on your attack roll.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Pulls you up to shoot for a pretty small.
I mean, if you miss, I hope you hit the portcullis and break it open more at least.
Okay, well, there you go.
Still a hit either way. Roll damage.
6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. Your first hit comes in. You fire this Eldritch energy, and it just expertly threads itself through the portcullis. You see the grey ooze as it's just emerging and looking around its surroundings. This Eldritch energy zaps into its side, and it shakes like jelly as it is hit. Okay.
And then, as a bonus action, I think that he is going to hex it.
Okay.
It's a regular hex.
Which start are you choosing?
I'm going to choose. So we got spellcasters here. I'm thinking Dex or Con.
I'm tempted to just thunderclap the gate and use at point blank distance.
I'll do Dex.
Dex,
Alright.
okay. Okay, Dex, that is done. Next up, we have Kishore. Kishore, you see this Eldritch Blast fire through a portcullis, and you look as his grey ooze begins to just corrode the floor as it is moving. What are you doing?
Well, I don't wanna fucking.
I don't see Kishore on the map.
Oh, damn.
I don't see myself on the map either. All is dark.
Apologies.
Kishore, where'd you go?
There you go. You have a massive token.
I've stopped existing. Oh, look, my face.
I'm opening and closing this door. Please,
can
I
tell.
hope it helps.
Well, you know, I'm not really built for hurting things, so I'm just gonna. You remind me of the man from the party. Now, piss off. And he needs to make a 14 wisdom saving.
Okay. Pretty sure oozes are not very wise. He gets a 14 minus 2, 12.
Awesome, nice. So he takes 1d4 psychic damage.
Oh.
You're
Vicious
just insulting
mockery.
it to death.
It's a sad slime now.
Yeah, it's a sad slime.
And it has disadvantage. End of its next turn.
Okay.
But let me just
That
type
turn?
this out. I'm gonna back down the hallway because I don't want to be any.
Okay, whereabouts?
Southwards just a little bit.
There?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is that your turn?
Let me just make that. Yeah, just basic 1d4. Okay.
So you
It
will
takes
see.
4 psychic damage.
Nice. You'll see as Kishore shouts us out, and for some reason this amorphous ooze that doesn't really understand any language or have notable intelligence of any kind, you see as it recoils slightly from the psychic words he imbues the air with, and it slimes to one side. It's a fun word. Slimes. Joy, it's your turn. You see this, you're pretty close to it, just next to Lugos, as it begins to corrode its way across the floor straight towards you.
I don't see Joy on the map either.
Joy's
She's around the corner.
Just, yeah, around the corner.
So
Oh,
she's
out
like
of-
below.
Okay,
She's
okay,
below
out of
Lugos.
my dynamic lighting range.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, buddy, you can't see everywhere. Okay.
Eldritch.
I can't see the creature, correct?
I'd say you can just kind of poke your head around the corner.
Yeah, there you go.
Burn it. Fucking burn it. Ah, God damn it, burn it.
Almost here. Oh, cool. And then I get sneak attack, correct?
I am within 5 feet of it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though he's technically behind the door, but yes. Roll tip for me. That's a hit. Roll damage.
Let's go. 16 points
16.
of damage. Holy shit.
Okay.
Buko.
You have ruined all of my fun because as you turn, you see it there. Yeah, you grab the arrow straight from your back, you go, shh, fire it. It splits the ooze in half, and you seem to connect to some vital part in its innards. And you see as the ooze just splits in half and deflates slowly. Seems to be dead. Ah, didn't even get to corrode any of you. Damn.
Cool.
It's a hard
Because
life.
I'm not wearing
Good.
magical armor. I only got a
Yeah,
magical sword. I don't want that thing touching me.
So you look as the ooze
gonna ruin everything.
slightly deflates and goes back down.
Can you,
You know what?
Can you, like, scoop that up in a jar and just sprinkle some on the gate? That'd be great.
I mean, someone has to touch it.
No,
Why?
just touch the jar that it was in.
You have noticed as it's died, it seems to have stopped corroding the floor.
Instead of one of us having to touch it, how about I just use my handy dandy vials of acid that I found a while ago, and I pull out 2 vials of acid?
Are you trying to pour them over the ooze?
No, I'm not gonna pour them. I'm pouring them over the portcullis.
Okay. So you approach, kind of step cautiously around the ooze.
Will one vial of acid be good enough?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Well,
Sure.
pour one and wait. Find out.
Yeah. 16.
You think it would take about 1 1/4 vials.
Just dump both of them, mother.
I'm going to use all of the 1 vial of acid.
Okay. You cautiously step around the grey ooze lest it comes back and dissolves you. You raise it up and pour a vial of this green acid down. You see as it hits a portcullis, it immediately begins to eat away at the old corroded metal, and the metal just slops to one side in a very satisfying fashion. You've got about a hole about 3 feet tall, a foot wide. You can all try and crouch down to get through. The only major difficulty you're going to face is remnant acid surrounding. You have to be quite small as you go through.
All right, I'll use a quarter of the other bottle, to like widen it up for the lads.
See,
For thick lads.
You widen it up specifically at the top so Shaw's hat can fit through without its brims being steered off.
Thank you.
It's like
There's like a hole. There's like a hole like
yeah, it's
this.
like a specific
So you
hat
just-
hat shape.
There's like
Yeah.
a 10-gallon hat shape in the gate.
Oh my god. Excuse you, I don't wear a 10-gallon. I cap. There's a difference.
Like there's the specifically seared in shape into the gate just so Shaw can fit through. Yeah, anyway, you seem to have defeated the portcullis for now. As
Hell
you go,
yeah,
as you
we
step around the
win. We
graves.
level up. Let's go.
We only alerted everybody in the area.
Oh, they're all gonna have to die anyway. It's fine.
Well, congratulations, everyone. We defeated our hardest enemy today. A gate. All right.
And all of this could have been avoided if we had just not kicked around and mucked around. It's fine. It's fine.
All right, everyone.
I'm sick of being in this place. It gives me the willies. I don't want to be here for too long.
Yes, well, y'all invited me. Y'all decided to come and save the world and shit. So let's do it.
I mean, you're still here.
I am.
I see a red light down the hallway.
All right, well, let's go.
All right, I'm going to check for traps.
Roll investigation for me.
Jesus.
Because I don't want to die.
Why are you the one checking traps? Why are you leading? You're so
Hey.
loud.
All right, you're right. Joy, check for traps.
Yeah, exactly. It's literally in the rogue's
It is
description.
literally her job, yeah.
That's like,
Okay, yeah, I will head
know
to the
what?
front of the group and check for traps.
Okay,
There you go.
roll investigation for me. 16. 20.
That was
No,
a
I rolled
20.
one for 20. Okay. You glance about as Maverick kind of goes to the side as you head forward. It appears to be fine. You look, the walls are made of very old stone. In a few places, they've kind of crumpled in slightly with an excess weight on the outside. So there's pieces of rubble all over. You head down the corridor ever so slightly, and you realize that it isn't just a straight corridor. You glance to the right, and you look, and there's a rather decrepit-looking wooden door with a green glow, vroom, vroom, emanating off it in this odd, pulsing fashion.
oh, oh, oh,
Yeah, I'll go ahead and share that with the group.
Man, they got a light show and everything. These cultists really are something, aren't they?
I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put Leo Koss at the entrance to make sure that where we came from. He's gonna keep watch for a little bit.
Okay. What do you
Oh,
want
they
to do?
really are something a little freaky.
So do we just go through the door then, huh? Just say hello. Sorry for not being invited. We're here to stop you doing cult shit.
Can't you think of something cooler to say? Maybe like, your evil stops here, creatures. I don't know.
Yeah, that wasn't. Sorry, partner. That wasn't really cool either.
How about you? How about you lead with one then,
Yes, one-liners are kind of my specialty. I use
Or
them
maybe
to hurt
something along the
people.
line. Time for the final chorus.
Oh, there you go. That's something clever. Good for you.
Thank you.
I will say, as you're debating this, the entire
appreciate it.
catacombs around you are just filled with noise as you talk about one-liners and special things to say.
All right. I will.
Great. So
Wait
are we
here.
checking out the little glow or not?
Yes. But then there's also this other little glow.
Many little glows.
Another glow. All right. So it's this door right here, correct?
Yeah, it's a decrepit-looking wooden door. There's larger gaps in it, almost like an axe was taken to it quite a while ago.
So who's first? Leokas?
Don't look at me. I'm not gonna go in there. I think the devil lady should go in there. Yeah. Joy.
Sure.
I'll bring up
Okay.
the rear behind her. How about that? The two most dexterous people. Can't have you fat fucks clogging up the hallway.
Oh,
You-
just have your
you-
bow
I
ready.
don't need-
And I draw my
But-
sword.
How
Okay.
does the door look?
Decrepit, old, just glancing in through the gaps between it, you look what appears to be this room. This room is the same shape as the others, roughly circular, ends in an almost arched bell-shaped ceiling. You glance into this one, it appears, instead of many kind of old remains built into the wall in this tiered system, this appears to be a singular sarcophagus laid out across the room.
Am I able to just push the door open?
You can certainly try. So you step
Okay.
forward, you put your hand slowly on the door. It creaks open. Well, you're relatively taken aback by what you see. As the door opens up, you see there's this almost magical radiant field emanating off from a sarcophagus. It's creating this odd, illusory effect in the air with this green hue to it. You look, the sarcophagus is beautifully made, carved of marble. It seems to depict a female dressed in plate armor laying across the top. It's a carved statue. In between the hands is the sword, or more accurately, the remains of a sword, as it looks to have been sheared off at a jagged, broken angle. I will say the sword, the rest of the sarcophagus is carved out of marble. The sword itself is an actual sword held in the statue's hands.
Well then.
Can
Anyone
I
else
like?
see this
can I-
strange glow?
I mean, I see it, right?
Yeah.
Boy. I'm not sure what this could be.
Well, I want that sword. I just don't want to get hurt by this weird shit going on here.
Well, I can test it for you, love. And he'll like reach around and like put his fingertip on the green energy field.
Yeah, you just kind of slowly reach your hand towards it, and as you do, it morphs and shapes around your hand. As your hand passes through, the air seems almost colder inside, but it seems safe.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if it is safe, though?
I push him. No, I'm just kidding.
I would say you don't have kind of the required experience with this kind of thing to ever know what it is. I'd say you can make
Oh,
a... No.
Do I
I
have
don't
any?
know how to feel about this. It's quite dry and cold inside. I don't trust it.
I don't either. There's still more to explore in the catacombs. It could just be a trap laid up by them.
I don't like it. I know the
Do I
sword
have-
looks pretty nice inside, but it's probably not worth it.
But we have to stop this thing one way or another.
I mean,
Don't know what was stopping.
what's this all up here?
So I'm gonna reach out to Maverick and let my spider crawl on my hand and send him into the room.
Okay. The spider
Also, could you?
scuttles into room. It has seemingly free reign.
Okay, I'll follow.
Could you move me up, boss man?
Command it to
I
touch the
can't
blade,
move my
Joy.
piece.
Oh, yes, of course. I'm sorry.
Lugos is going to because this is a very cramped hallway. He's just gonna hop over Maverick,
Mm-hmm.
and he's gonna go check out down here, but cautiously. He wants to sneak if I can.
I ask Joy if the spider can crawl onto the blade itself.
Oh well.
Do you
that's
think
an
a spider?
11.
Do you think your spider would be able to touch the blade without outright dying? I think Joy's camera froze.
Yeah, and I think she just left Foundry as well. I wonder if her Wi-Fi's crashed.
Oh, her internet probably went out.
Yeah.
Right. Well then.
Well then.
Well
I'll
then.
play Joy. Yeah, I'll go in there and touch the sword.
No, the spider.
I'm just, I know.
Hmm.
Doing everything wrong.
Shall we deal with the top room first?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
So as you see Joy and her spider kind of investigating a secondary room, there we go. Lugos, you push forward to this mysterious room ahead. You walk through, and the first thing you kind of notice in this room, in the center, on a raised, ever so slightly raised dais, you see what appears to be a large goblet almost. It's made seemingly of a mix of bronze and gold, beautifully forged together in a spiral pattern. As it raises up from the floor, goes outwards to a bowl with two handles on the side. Across its outside, there seems to be arcane runes sketched into the outside of it. Again, you see the familiar remains pushed into the walls in the true catacombs fashion to the edge. And just directly in front of this bowl where the handles are facing, there's a heavy set stone door, set of double doors set right into the wall. Across it there appears to be Elvish script.
Can I read Elvish? I can't even read Elvish.
I know Elvish.
I'll approach the goblet.
Okay. You approach a goblet and it's got a red glow to it. You look down. The inside of it, it's a thing you recognize quite well. When blood has been in contact with metal for enough time, it gets this brownish hue to it. The entire inside of this kind of goblet, there's almost a tide marker where it's completely brown and kind of rusted from that part down due to the high iron content of blood.
It's a goblet of blood. Drink it, Lugos.
But there isn't actually any
powers.
fluid in it. It's all completely dry. It's just kind of pasted on the
Something
sides.
that's been missing from my life is an STD, I think. HIV, here I come. No.
Alright, fine. I'll go see what the dealio is. I'll go follow Lugos and seems Joy
Okay, so
while
again,
Joy's
you
investigating.
see this odd, slightly glowing bowl filled with... Well, it's not filled with blood. It has the remnants of old blood on it. And this heavy-set wooden doors.
And what does the doors look like, and what does it have on them?
Do you
Can I
speak
pick up
Elvish?
the goblet?
I do speak Elvish.
You cannot. It's kind of... You see it's got these kind of iron almost train track nails. Very large, very wide. Sealed into the stone dais it sits on.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
You speak
read
Elvish?
the door. I do.
It appears to be a riddle of sorts, from what you see. You glance your eyes across
Oh.
it. And it says... Oh, yeah, we lost Joy. It says,
Oh.
more valued than gold, more precious than silk. Pouring like wine, flowing like milk. A count's nightly feast, an offering of war. A pact is now sealed, forevermore.
I read that out.
The answer has to be blood.
Definitely. And it's an arcane. Does it look like some sort of an arcane door?
It looks like
Does
there's... Roll intelligence for me.
Does the door look like it can be opened by normal means?
Roll investigation for me.
Hey,
So I think I know what we gotta do. That's a 16.
Maverick, you have no idea. Lugos looking up and down. There's no handle. And just where it's constructed. You've seen it before, kind of, in your previous years exploring the woods, you've seen a few doors like this sealing very ancient tombs. The only way doors like this can be opened is obviously deciphering the riddle and doing what it asks, which is then arcanely connected to a door as kind of an opening mechanism. Commonly used to kind of safekeep areas, almost like a password kind of system, but less secure because you can guess the password pretty easily.
I look to Maverick and I'm like, well, I'm not sure you're gonna like this, but I'm pretty sure I know how to get inside.
Hey, Sam's back.
Do you volunteer? I'm of celestial blood. What if it doesn't work with me? I think you should go.
Alright, you're so good to fucking offer your blood to things. Right, look at me. I am a descendant of the angels. And while he's saying this, he's like pulling out a knife.
We have understanding of one another. I'll just heal you. Just freaking come here. And I just could grab a dagger and I'm like, come on.
Jesus.
Of course. Hoity-toity, I'm an angel, look at me. And like, as he's like just saying this shit, he like takes out a dagger, a knife, and like he squeezes it.
Yeah, and whilst you're doing that, in the other room, Joy's spider, I assume, crawls kind of up and onto the blade. Think that is what was happening. Yes. So Joy and Kishore kind of assume this bottom. Kishore, I assume you're just kind of looking curiously as this spider suddenly crawls up the sarcophagus and makes its way onto the spider's, not onto the spider's blade, onto the marble statue's blade. The blade moves to one side slightly. It appears completely arcanely inactive.
Awesome. I'm gonna just go on in there and see if I can grab it.
Okay. You go in and you can indeed just grab a blade. As you grab a blade, you feel like you can literally just take it.
Awesome. Can I tell if there's anything like special about it?
Well, the thing is, as you take the blade, well, first of all, I take my blade.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So as you grasp the handle and slowly pull the blade up from the sarcophagus, the entire kind of pulsing energy in the room just freezes, and then it just fires down and concentrates itself in the pommel of the blade. You see as it kind of circuits its way through, and arcane runes on the blade glow green and then die down. And you almost hear a faint voice you can't quite make out. It's like it's a voice that's been muffled or gagged kind of in your head. And you reckon that might have due to sort of being broken, and you pick it up and... Oh, cool.
Well.
Creepy, I like it.
Yeah, very ominous and scary.
Is there anything else in the room? Can I
there's a very locked chest. You see there's about four padlocks on it, all put onto the outside.
I'll head that way.
Okay, roll sleight of hand. 4 times for me. No, not sleight of hand, sorry. A thief's tool check. 4 times for me.
Okay.
Which is the same thing if Christian sleight of hand anyway, so.
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, so just do about 4 times for me. You did one first, so just for 3 more. 13, 17. Damn. 25.
8.
Come on, bring it on home.
Ooh.
21.
Let's go.
Yeah, alright.
Joy, seeing the advent of treasure before her, just gets down on one knee and gets the locks. And I don't know if any of you have seen a YouTuber called the Lockpicking Lawyer.
Oh, the lock.
Yeah,
just,
I fucking love
yeah.
that chant.
It is like
Yeah.
5 seconds for each lock. She's like pin 1 binding. Got a click. Just going through each lock. You see as they drop off, and the chest has the natural hinges on the chest feel like they want to open. I just kind of step back and it just it opens up. You see.
Miss Joy, I know this probably ain't the right time, but let me just say, I love watching you. That was entirely impressive.
She'll just look over her shoulder and smile at you.
Yeah, as you kind
Finally!
of look about
Yes!
towards the chest.
You gotta smile. Fucking let's go.
Let's go.
You see an
Step
array
1.
of gold and gems before you. Some of the golds you look at blood red.
Yeah, how much is there? Honestly, she'll take it all.
Yeah,
Roll.
no, even if, okay.
Actually, no, I'll do
You know,
this.
it was one thing about the other people. Fuck these guys. Take all of it.
Oh yeah.
900 gold pieces.
Oh hell yes!
Wow.
As you take it, it's old. It's not the current circulation gold pieces, but you can easily transfer it. And it looks like this might have been the life's kind of wealth of this slain knight, possibly.
Dude, fuck this cult. We're taking all of it. How much are you taking? We'll split it up. We'll split it up. How much do you want?
You want
She
Joy
didn't
to
split
split
anything
something
last
up?
time. Do
Yeah.
you think she will this time?
Can I ask if you're taking the blood red pieces?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh God.
This is about to be Pirates of the Caribbean cursed gold shit right here.
Hey, what if that's part of the puzzle and we put the blood red gold in the chamber pot?
Who knows? Maybe.
Who knows? I mean, money flows, and that's also for war.
She'll look at Kishot and say, we'll talk about that later.
All right. I
just
mean,
kinda-
hey, listen. You did this. I ain't gonna take you. You rightfully earned this. I'm just saying, fuck these people.
Come on, Lugos, bleed faster.
Oh, you know, I'm trying, alright? Yeah.
Okay.
I grip the sword. I grip the blade, and I just pull really sharply to make my palm bleed.
As this is finishing, Joy, you kind of head back upwards just in time to see Lugos with his hand over this ball, the sword in his hand, and you just slices straight for his flesh, kind of tearing it open in a pretty horrible way. You see his first droplets of crimson blood. Actually, no, Lugos, your blood. It isn't quite crimson. It's slightly weird. It's slightly darker and not quite human as it flows out of your hand and a few drops land. You see, as it does so, the arcane runes light up, and the door slides to 2 sides.
There you go, Lugos. If he
Didn't
is,
you
is
promise to
Lugos
heal me?
missing? Yeah, is Lugos actually missing any HP right now? It looks like he is.
He is really weak from the fight with the
You will have also
Oblivion
taken
guards.
1 hit point of slashing damage from that.
I'm down to 15 health at the moment.
Okay, because I took a short rest, so that means I can do my healing light again.
Lugos didn't get a chance to take a short rest. He was busy sprinting through the woods.
Oh, you are bloodied, my friend. Less than half health.
How many of those red pieces did I find?
About a dozen.
Are they just like gold pieces but like red?
These are platinum.
Oh.
Well, they look like gold, but you see they're encrusted with platinum. So technically, it's blood red platinum.
Blood platinum.
Lugos gets 8.
Dope.
Okay.
We'll talk about splitting that maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. So you slice your hand open into the golden goblet. You see as the door before you opens. Even the elvish runes on the doorway glimmer with light. Looks like you can now pass.
All right. Is everyone ready?
I'm not really sure what to expect, honestly.
Well, I mean, they already know we're here, so.
Oh,
Who's
sorry.
crossing first? Sorry.
Well, before they cross over, Joy wants to go over to Kashaw and just whisper to him, don't tell the others, we'll chat about it later.
I don't know what you're talking about.
She'll smile again.
He tips his hat. and
Lugos, do you
they
want to take the
continue to go
honors? You, it's your blood. You should go first.
He looks at you first and first you're too good to bleed for it. Now you're too good
All
to
right,
enter
fine.
first.
Move out of the way.
Yeah, go
and
on.
I'll step.
Shoo.
I'll step in.
I want to bring.
This is the
Leocas.
loudest. This is the loudest sneak in I've ever done in my life.
We're all
No,
whispering.
it'll
We're
be
all
fine.
whispering.
Maverick, as you step forward through a doorway, the first foot goes over, and all of a sudden, this eldritch lightning just sears down from the top of a door frame right onto your chainmail and just sends electric shocks through your body. You tense up and fall back.
Was there a glyph of
It
warding
feels
on
like
there?
it's almost pushing you back through the door frame as you go. It boom, hits you in the chest and forces you back. You're gonna take 3 points of lightning damage from me.
I also want to bring Leocas up to speed. I think he has had enough of watching the entrance.
Also, I want to get caught too.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I can't move. I'm so sorry.
That was uncomfortable.
Okay, seeing as what happened to him, Lugos will try to cross through to see if anything happens to him.
You take a step forward, you look up just to make sure it won't happen to you, and you seem fine.
Oh, so great. It's attracted to metal, isn't it? That's wonderful.
No, it might be something else, maybe. Maybe you have to get off your high horse and fucking bleed for it.
Or maybe you're just not thinking smart. Here, I'm gonna take one of my crossbow bolts
Yeah?
and I'm just gonna toss it off to the other side of the gate.
Throw it to the other side.
Yeah.
I will say, as this is happening, Lugos, as soon as you step through a door... Oh, do we have an echo?
Yeah.
As soon as you
Little
step
bit.
through the door,
That's joy.
you glance
There we
around in the room. You immediately, your voice has to quiet down because you look just in front of you to the left. There's a large archway leading up into a huge mausoleum room, maybe 80 feet wide and 100 feet long. There's figures moving about at the very end, but you just kind of get a glance, go back, as, well, you are essentially only a few feet away from entering this larger mausoleum. And you step back and look, as you're making quite a racket trying to get through this door.
I immediately like hit the floor.
Okay. Are you rolling stealth?
25 stealth. Yeah, 25 stealth check.
Unfortunately, because of your noisy entrance and everything, you're gonna have disadvantage on that. Because people are
Damn
hyper
it.
aware.
Do it again.
Damn it, Spence.
You blasted the door to the dungeon open. What do you expect? 14. Okay. You think you're in the clear. No one glances over to you as
Alright.
you can get down.
Fine. I'll give some of my goddamn blood. All right, fine.
Okay. You slice your hand slightly, put it over
I
onto the
slice my
goblet.
hand on purifier and
What happened? What happened when I threw the crossbow through the lightning door?
Did you fire the crossbow bolt?
No, I didn't. I didn't shoot one. I just kind of tossed
Okay.
it to the side.
You toss a bolt, and as it hits kind of the gate itself, again, more lightning comes down, and it just eviscerates the bolt. I will say, creating
Alright.
quite a loud noise at the same time.
anyway, let's not do that again. I'm gonna give my blood. Fuck it.
Yeah. You slice
Stop
yourself
doing
in
things.
purifier, you squeeze your hand, and as the blood drops down, your blood almost boils. It's got a golden tint, like speckles. It's like you have golden glitter in your blood. As it
Great.
as it kind of
Nice.
it boils as it hits this arcane pan. The ruins once again light up. The door flickers, and as you're trying to step through, not completely fine. Roll stealth for me as well.
Disadvantage already.
Double disadvantage.
Right, double disadvantage.
Oh. 5.
It was almost a 17, and then the dice flip back over again.
You enter, and as you turn to kind of look, as you enter this separate room, you look and you turn back to everyone to kind of say, "Oh, look, this is safe." And as you do so, you turn and your elbow hits a crate, and you accidentally knock the contents of a crate, and you see various pots and pans clash out across the stone floor. You hear the voices in the other room. Just stop.
Hurry up and give your goddamn blood.
The most clumsy entrance ever.
Yeah. This is a speed run now, boys. There's no point being. Just give your blood and let's go. Speed run time.
All right. I take my knife out, cut my hand, and put it in the pot. walk across the threshold.
I'll do the same.
Okay. Okay, so each of you are going to take 1 hit point of piercing slashing damage, sure? It depends on how tactic you do it, as you drop more blood in.
Yeah, just it's fine. Oh, we're all the way down the bottom. All right.
So this is actually the room you're in. It's a slightly more detailed version. Okay.
Well.
So you enter in. This appears to be a storage room of sorts, and again, the voices have stopped. As you glance around the corner, you see various hooded figures. Actually, no, everyone roll perception for me.
Cool. $13.
Okay.
Lugo's very
Lugos,
perceptive.
18, nice.
And Kushal.
10 for me.
Oh,
Sorry.
Okay.
18 though.
Lugos, as you glance around, you're really, being in here the longest, you're the one who is comfortable enough to get the longest view. You just glance around the corner, your red hair kind of sticking out like a large pyramid to the side as you do so. You glance around. This room, it's colossal. The ceiling as well, it has a pure majesty that kind of takes your breath away for a second. It's 80 foot wide and 100 feet long. The floor is covered with multiple sarcophagi. That's plural, right? Sarcophagi. You see them littered throughout the entire area. These doors for you so you can actually see better. Multiple sarcophagi littered throughout the entire area, as well as pillars holding the ceiling up. The ceiling itself, it's arched upwards and supported by Gothic-looking iron beams, and from it large cast iron chandeliers hang, offering faint illumination to the floor. But this is not what takes you most by surprise though. What really catches your eye, at the far end of the tomb, standing in the middle of a floor, again on a raised marble dais of sorts, is a large stone archway. You see around it, hooded figures move elegantly. Their robes seem to be black and adorned with silver and gold. They have various pieces of cloth bisecting the other pieces, creating a tasseled effect as they move. You interrupt them just as they're slowly placing various lids back onto sarcophagi they've opened. You see others pick up kind of big boxes and move them. Lugos, one person that really stands out to you. He seems to be the clumsiest of a bunch. He goes to one of the main sarcophagi in the center, what people really seem interested in. He lifts a black linen wrap of items out as he moves back towards the stone arch, and you see just at the end this shard of iron, it looks like, ting, 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 clatters to the floor, and he doesn't realize in the commotion, and he continues, puts it back, leaving this mysterious item on the floor. In the center, next to the stone arch, a wider figure than all the others. It's almost a hunchback figure, maybe 5 feet wide, quite short, about 6 feet. But
5
maybe
feet wide is a lot, like, wide.
5 feet wide, a massive hunchback, and with the entire cloak covering it, you really cannot make out what this colossal figure is. As it slowly moves about, almost with thunderous footsteps, it looks like it has a staff in its hand. What are you all doing?
So that one guy who's clumsy is like the maverick of their group.
Essentially.
Thanks.
Sorry, I had to. That was a zinger. I couldn't resist. I'm just messing with you, bud. Man, like, what can I tell about the dude who's clumsy?
Roll perception for me. Again.
Sure, like, what is he?
Oh, the clumsy guy, the wide guy.
The clumsy guy.
Okay.
Man, I got a 7 on the clumsy guy.
Yeah, the clumsy guy, it just appears to be a standard human moving about, picking up something from his sarcophagi.
What can I tell about the wide man?
Roll perception for me.
He seems
now
to be wide.
unofficial
He's
name.
5 feet is really wide.
As
21.
He's huge, and as he turns, his cloak billows slightly, and you see what looks to be a large green, almost armor-plated shell underneath his cloak.
Oh, I know why he's wide. Okay. Interesting. This is really weird. I don't like this.
Why is he wide? Why? Tell me.
Turtle cult.
He's a turtle, dude.
He is
Turtle cult.
wide.
Wait.
Turtle cult.
Evil turtles? What is this? I thought we're all nice.
Evil turtle is crazy. You never see that.
What?
Well, we don't know
Like in
if he's-
Descent to Avernus? What?
Shh. No inspiration taken.
I'm sorry.
Shush your
I'm sorry.
mouth. No.
All right, I'm gonna signal back to you. There's like,
Shh. There's two people. One of them.
do I know what a turtle is?
No.
Do I know what a turtle is?
A turtle person.
One of them is a fucking turtle. Like
Are you fucking kidding?
he's wide and small and short and shit.
You spent all of your life in the woods, so you have no reason to really know what a turtle is.
I don't know what a turtle is.
So one of them is like a fucking wide like creature I've never seen before.
You mean turtle?
What the fuck is a turtle?
It's a kind of reptile. They're amphibious. They have shells.
I ain't ever seen a turtle in my fucking life.
Well,
Is
that
that what
ain't a
that's
turtle. No, that's a turtle. There's a difference.
What the fuck is a turtle?
Turtle's like a turtle, but
Right,
bigger.
Look, this is a discussion for another time, alright? We'll talk about turtles
This is a
afterwards.
discussion. Oh, right. This is a discussion for another turtle time. All right. I'm just going.
Another turtle time.
Har,
There's
turtle time.
there's a person with them too. There's two of them that I can count.
So should we just
Everyone-
walk in there? You know what? I have half a mind to just listen and try to interrupt what you're doing.
One of them
We
looks
probably
like a
should
caster.
interrupt what they're doing. What if they
Oi.
do something evil and we're standing here?
Would you like to
talking
take the
about
lead, Kashaw? You have a spicy one-liner cooked up.
I mean, I have a way with words, but yeah.
Go on then.
it? See what you can do.
I walk in.
I'll be right behind you.
You
I'm
walk
gonna
in.
die.
Maverick's walking in as well.
Absolutely gonna die.
I'll be
Yep.
right behind Kashaw, like immediate.
Okay.
I have my bow at the ready. I like to hold an action. I have an arrow knocked.
This is oh. This is for your Grubhub delivery.
Okay.
We brought
you,
you-
Uber here. I'm
Turtle
outside.
We brought you turtle soup.
Kishore, you walk into a room with your boots clanging on the stone floor. Immediately as you enter this massive room, you see a few other cultists kind of stop and their heads twist, and they immediately all run towards this large stone circle. A large, wide figure. You see he has what looks to be a staff in his hand, adorned with various bones and trinkets. Boom, he slowly turns around on the spot. It takes almost 10 seconds for him to turn. And as he looks towards you, he takes the cloak from his head. It's a horrible, twisted turtle face with a sharpened beak with almost bits filed out to make it a serrated beak. You'd look, he's got large armor pauldrons made out of bone on his side. His skin is horribly leathery and old. He has various bone trinkets adorning him. His eyes are just twisted with malice and anger and glowing with a faint green energy. As you walk in,
I
he
wanna
just
shoot
looks. Roll to hit.
Hold on. Let him finish his description before we start making fun of him.
Alright, go on.
As soon as he looks towards you, he turns his head towards the people of the stone arch and begins to move towards it. Go ahead, roll to hit. You shoot him just as he turns, and his shell is kind of becoming
No,
most
it
of
was,
his
it, was,
vision.
it was said as a joke. I'm sorry.
Oh, so
I'm not
okay.
gonna shoot him just yet.
So the two of you just kind of watch as he just kind of looks over his shoulder, goes, heads towards the teleportate.
Well, that's no way to say
was
hi
it-
to your guest. Come on.
Wasn't
Hold on.
supposed to accidentally leak the information, huh? I don't know if you heard a start of what I was saying.
It's
He
okay.
lifts his staff up into the air and begins to glow with a green energy. He slams it into the ground and there's a shockwave as this lightning-like eldritch energy spreads out across the room. This stone archway, all of a sudden, comes to life with a green field. You see as a few of the cultists kind of grab stuff up in their arms and begin to just bolt through, just disappearing.
Fucking gate.
Well, that's very rude. I'm gonna look at the turtle man.
Hmm?
Is he wearing any metal?
No, he's not.
Can I
Damn.
shoot his staff?
Can I start running at him?
You're gonna run ahead. Okay, so I assume you're all entering at this point.
Hell yeah! I want to shoot
Okay.
his staff.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
gonna break it and
Cast
start
Shatter on
sprinting.
him.
At this point, roll initiative for me.
Okay.
Because he's fully aware of your presence.
That's fair. Would you allow me the one free action since I have my arrow knocked already?
Unfortunately not, because he is fully aware of your presence.
Damn. This is worth a
He's,
try.
he is your own. At this point, pretty much all the cultists have gone. They just immediately vanish through. He's the last one standing. Okay, 20 to
Hold
25.
on.
I can't see anything on the. Well, I mean, there's this big,
Yeah,
There's like this
blockage.
section of like darkness.
like
wait,
blackness.
let me try and fix that then. Has
there
that
we
fixed it?
go. Yeah, I can see now.
So if you just want to run up and clear that for yourself.
Okay. Oh, it's because I have a vision limiter
vision limit.
still.
Okay, 20 to
Yeah,
25.
my vision should be 120 feet. Is there any way that you can fix that?
I will see to that after this. Okay, so 20 to 25
Okay.
initiative. Anyone?
Alright, let me see.
Nope.
No.
Okay. 15 to 20?
Wait a
Nope.
minute.
Yeah,
I think I can edit this.
10 to 15?
Sorry, I haven't
14.
rolled yet.
Okay, that'll be Lugos going first before Maverick. So that's 14. Maverick, 14.
Mm-hmm. But I'm after Lugos because he has a better dex.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sure, let's you with an 8 and we'll see what Joy gets. Is Leah cast a 5?
Leo cast is a 5, yeah.
Cast a 5. Slow guy in the chain. Joy, still good, still 14.
Joy's going before me.
Joy has, I think, has a higher dex. Joy will go for. We've got three 14s.
Yeah.
Nice. But first to go, actually, with almost a superhuman speed, this large turtle with a head snaps round as you're about to release an arrow. It's a very weird thing to see, this huge hunchback turtle. There's a horrible leathery noise that echoes throughout the chamber as the head turns towards you. And with a full vision, this is an evil, angry looking turtle. He raises his staff in the air. I need you to all make con saves for me.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, snap. Con save, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god, you're being slated
I-
here. Oh, damn. Have you all rolled?
You want me to roll for Leo cast as well?
Roll
Yeah.
for
Please,
Lucas.
please do.
Okay.
Oh, damn. Damn.
We don't have counterspell yet. We're not level 5.
No.
Excuse
Oh,
you.
Leo cast got 11.
So you all fail.
Oh,
He raises
fuck.
his staff in the air, and as he slams it down, the stone cracks. You see a wave of green energy approach you. Lugos, you just fire your arrow, and it gets about a foot in front of you as the green energy hits it, and it stops in midair. And you have a moment to think, but you also completely stopped. Around you, you see the dust from the ceiling seems to have stopped in midair as well, as you're in a complete time stasis bubble. That means none of you can do anything for your turn, because you're incapacitated for 2 rounds. He simply looks at all of you and says, "Until next time."
Oh no.
He heads straight towards this kind of teleportation gate he's made. Looks around
He's
before
an
he
evil
steps
Master
in and says,
Uguay.
Evil Uguay.
and just before he steps out, he once again slams his staff into the ground. 8 kind of orbs fire out from it. You see as they come and hit sarcophagi around you, and the sarcophagi begins to kind of shake, and boom, he steps through the circle, it vanishes behind him. And you see as out of the sarcophagi, these skeletal hands. And probably most worrying is the last green orb hits one of the statues right next to the teleportation circle, and all of a sudden a purple visage of the statued person emerges out in the form of a spectre. Okay.
Oh, we're dealing with undead now.
Oh,
I just need to
this will
add.
be fun for you, though.
Yeah, should be.
Wasn't expecting you to all fail that save. What do I expect? Gotta say.
I don't think we were either.
I just need
This
to add
is interesting as hell.
a bunch of people to initiative. Bear with.
Oh, snap.
Okay.
What were they doing here? Did they already get the artifact?
Okay, so we're going back to the top of a new round of combat, which means the Spectre is actually going to be the first to act. Spectre is going to use all of its movement speed to fly 50 feet forwards.
Oh, right.
Gonna go next to Lugos, straight there.
Is it a reroll of initiative, or should I just type in
It is with your
whatever?
same initiative. You don't need to if you don't want to. I'm keeping track of it with this on digital for some paper. But you see,
Gotcha.
Lugos, as you're still held in time, this kind of spectre appears from a statue and goes straight towards you. Okay, let's see what it
Oh,
can
I never
do.
rolled on the initiative roll counter, so.
You don't need to do on there. That's fine. No.
Okay.
I'm keeping
We
your
already have
original.
our 14.
Yeah.
We already have our 14 initiative.
Yeah, already 14, so.
Yeah. At least we're
Okay.
going ahead of some of these skeletons.
Okay, that's not a hit. So look, Lugos, as the spectre comes towards you, look, yeah, because this time stop has just ended at this point. As it comes towards you, it comes to swipe and almost drain your life. And just a minute of time, your time stop breaks. You duck under the attack as the spectre. Just misses. Next, it's going to be this skeleton here, who is going to come. You're kind of pushed against this rocky wall. A skeletal hand climbs over the top, and it's going to come around here. Okay, it's gonna sword attack against you. Again, not a hit, Lugos. You just managed to kind of break your longbow. You bring your longbow up and block the sword of it, duck out the way.
Yeah.
Next,
My
I'll
boy.
actually take it to Joy's turn.
Joy should be in the archway with us, I believe. Or in the,
Where?
at least
Joy
the
will
back
be
of the
there.
room.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, Leo Cash should probably be next to a Kashaw in the back.
Okay.
There we go.
So he looks, he's undead, begins to climb out of their sarcophagus. Lugos is getting attacked in front of you, and you just snap out of his time ability as he leaves to somewhere else.
And this specter is the blue one.
Spectre is a blue one, yeah.
Move over here.
Okay, roll tip for me. You move aside to go to hit the skeleton with your rapier. As you do so, you kind of lunge to the side, and I'm using the minion rules for 4E, which means all these skeletons are minions. So as soon as you lunge around to the side, the skeleton is here. You lunge, bring a rapier up, and just get it straight in the spine and kind of cut, and you see as it just tumbles like a sack of bricks, dead. Okay.
Minions have 1 HP.
Minions are fun. I like minions.
Minions are really fun.
Lugos brings it to you.
Alright, man, I'm at like a bad area right now. I'm going to, you know what? I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike
Okay.
on myself. And let me see here. My movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks from it.
Okay.
Let me see here. It lasts for 1 minute, and as soon as I see them kind of coming at me, I cast Zephyr Strike. So like, I run like the wind, and then I back the fuck up out of there. My movement doesn't provoke opportunity attacks, and I'm going to back up to about right here, and I'm gonna take a shot at this minion lad here, my bow.
Okay. Maverick, just in front of you, you see as Lugos uses what magical energy he has to step out, and in a blur of energy, lunges backwards right next to you. You can't even make out the figure of him as he's just a blur of red and green. See, leprechauns next to you.
Just had to. Let me see.
Roll tip for me.
Yeah, it's like I shoot the bow all in like one same motion.
Yeah. So it's elegant. You actually start to draw your bow as you're backing up, and by the time you've arrived, you've got it perfectly honed in and ready to shoot. I will say that, but then you'll get a critical failure, and I'll jinx it.
15.
No, that is a hit. And again, you fire your bow, and just to do so, it takes the head clean off a skeleton. The head rolls back
yeah.
about 15 feet, and then next to his chest up here, just ching, 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 with an arrow. The body
Let
just
me see,
collapses straight down.
I moved 15 feet as it is right now. With Zephyr Strike, my movement speed increases. Let me see here. Okay, so whether I hit or miss, my walking speed increases by 30 feet. So I have 45 feet of movement left. As I'm kind of just like zooming around like a maniac. I'm gonna like get like right here.
Okay.
And that's the end of my turn.
Yeah, so Joy as well, you've rushed forward, you've just split the skeleton in half. As you do so, the wind, there's like a blow on the back of your neck. As just the wind and the air around you is disturbed. As almost like the flash, Lugos just darts to his position. Maverick, another 14.
Alright. I'm gonna go over here, face the skeletons. Wait, hold on. Was I right? I was right here, right? Okay. Okay, what is this on self? Okay, it is centered on self, so it's not in front of me. So I will go 5, 10, 15. I'm gonna cast a cantrip, Thunderclap. Both these skeletons need to give me con saves.
Okay, nice. I recall I got a terrible con save bonus. Yes, I do. And it's gonna be a 15 and a 11.
I believe the 11 fails. Let me double check my sheet to see if
But I assume even at half damage, it's gonna do more than 1. Oh no, there's a chance it might not. Yeah.
There's a chance it might not. I have to see what my DC is. Almost. I don't think it's 15. It's 14.
Okay. Roll down street. I'll just be back in just a second. I just have to get something.
All right. Well, one of them's gonna die.
I hardly ever get a chance to use Thunderclap, so.
This is a
Okay, I'm back.
banging music.
What damage did you get?
Yeah, it's not half damage. It's just 2 damage.
Okay,
But if
still.
they succeed, they just succeed.
That's okay. So if they fail, if it's what was your DC, sorry?
If they succeed, no damage. It's a 14 DC. So
Okay,
one
so
failed, one succeeded.
Okay, one succeeded.
One
You come,
should
you
be
bring
dead.
your sword and you bring your open palm and slam it together. There's a of thunder out from you. You see the skeleton. It just fires backwards and smashes straight into this. It appears to be a plaque of various names, and it smashes into it. It just disintegrates. But the second one is pushed a few feet back, but it doesn't have anything immediately to smash into, so it isn't killed.
All right. I'm going to action surge and fire a guiding bolt at the specter.
Okay.
Oh, no, not the skeleton. How do I stop targeting? There we go. Right click. Doesn't matter.
It's fine.
I'll still
Let's
roll
hit.
to hit. Finally, my magic hits for once
It's a
in my
hit.
fucking
For
life.
once, your guiding bolt hits.
For once, my guiding bolt hits. 46
damage
radiant
for me.
damage. 15 points of radiant.
15 points of radiant damage.
Yep. And the specter is glowing, and the next attack made against it has advantage.
Okay. So you reach again and open the palm out and you fire this bolt of energy and as the spectre kind of turns its head, this bolt hits it straight in the temple. It's a beautiful sight, almost as the blue translucent form of a spectre. The radiant guiding bolt hits it and sends a wave of glowing golden throughout it, and then it weaves back, causing it to have this beautiful glow golden outline, and it is looking badly hurt.
That is my turn.
Okay, that's your turn. I think I just killed a skeleton without meaning to kill a skeleton.
Yeah, I didn't mean to kill it.
Okay. It's your turn.
Oh, it's double right click to target. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, that brings us. No one else in your group has a 14, so that brings us to one of the skeletons. This skeleton, seeing this, is going to go straight towards Lugos. That's on that 20. You are going to take
really hurts.
6 points of slashing damage as the skeleton
Oh no.
slices you with its horribly rusted sword. It's not a smooth cut against the skin, which is what really caused the damage. It's its jagged, tearing sensation. As it tears right across your clavicle and kind of darts off to one side, and it opens its mouth and just. It is a horrifying beast. Then it's the turn of another skeleton, because unfortunately got pretty bad initiative. It has just been thunderclapped back by Maverick, and again it takes this wide stance and it rushes towards you, its sword in the air. That's going to be a 14. That's not a hit. Go how plus no 14 isn't a hit, is it? No, 18. Yeah, so this skeleton rushes towards it just as you thunderclap. You send your guiding bolt just in time to see the skeleton to come around. You bring your sword, block its attack effortlessly. Okay. That brings us to the turn of. Sure.
Alright, I don't know why I can't see anything, but I assume that there's skeletons in and or around.
The closest one to you is about 20 feet away.
Are there any of them grouped up?
No.
Alright. Well, I'll just see the closest one to me at 20 feet, and I'm just gonna shoot a crossbow.
Okay. It's hit for me.
Spectre has advantage if you shoot it.
Yeah, what the hell?
Glowing.
Why not?
But
Are you going to hit the Spectre or the Skeleton?
I'm aiming for. I'm gonna go for the skeleton.
Skeleton? Okay. Just a usual roll to hit then for me. Your new +1 crossbow. I believe this may be your first time using a +1 crossbow.
I can certainly hope it hits.
And that is a hit. I don't. For some reason, didn't update on that, but I saw that was going to be a 17. So yeah, that's a definite hit. And again, because it's a minion, you bring your crossbow out and you see as the arms extend automatically as you try out your new crossbow. A bolt is loaded into it and it's perfectly weighted. You fire the bolt, it hits the skeleton again right across the jaw. The jaw comes flying off. As it does so, the entire neck snaps around and its head twists off like a screw from spine. Got lost on the floor. Killing it.
Alright. Okay, let me actually look up something. I'm gonna give an inspiring word to Matt. Just be like, please don't miss. Cannonball.
haven't missed yet.
Okay, this brings us to a skeleton. One of the only remaining skeletons who is gonna rush forward and make another attack against Lugos. It's not gonna hit. As he brings the sword around, Lugos, you've just been hit for his first jagged attack. Second one comes and you kick this one straight in the ribs. You see a single rib break, takes a few steps back and stumbles. Now it's Leocas's turn. Elijah, what is Leocas doing?
Leocas is going to address the situation, and he sees that the undead are scum. Pure undead scum. He'll take his full movement, not full movement, he'll go all the way up to here though, the skeleton on the side.
Okay.
I can't actually move him, but you can. Heck yeah. And he's going to attack him, and I think that he will probably put like a what's the thing I'm looking for? It's a spell, right? His thunderous smite.
Oh yeah.
Waste a spell slot for something with 1 HP.
Waste a spell slot for a minion.
Yeah, I think it would be really fun. Nah, just a regular attack then, actually. I almost forgot that they're just minions. Yeah, he's going to strike them with his longsword.
Okay, that's it for me.
Okay, he has a +4 to hit.
Decent.
I totally forgot they were minions.
Definite hit.
Ooh,
So
plus, yeah.
you see as Leocas in his thick, heavy armor runs over, brings his longsword out and just cleaves one in twain. Crumbles to the floor, a pile of dust and bones.
Nice.
Brings us to the top of the initiative round.
Yeah, I think we're good. I don't think this is a very...
To the Spectre. The Spectre's going to rush straight forward and go for sure. That's a hit. It's going to be a 19.
Uh-oh.
Okay, sure. I think it's a con save you make me.
Oh.
Oh no.
Okay. Con save coming up. Hopefully I don't die.
I believe in you.
That's good. Somebody does. Come on. I don't know why my foundry is being so slow. Come on.
Oh, tense moment.
7 plus whatever your modifiers are.
What is your modifier?
+1.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, 8.
Spectre rushes forward, its hands, its incorporeal form, its hands rush forward and grab almost your collarbones and head towards your heart. You're going to take 12 points of necrotic damage, but as
Ouchie.
that happens, your hit point maximum is going to be reduced by 12.
Ouchie. That's not fun.
So technically you're still at max HP, about
Hey,
minus
you're at
1.
max HP. You know, you're really close. You're not bloodied. You
Silver
know.
linings.
Yeah.
Okay, then that brings us to Joy. You look as the Spectre rushes forward. You Shaw has these incorporeal Spectre hands grasping his heart, sapping his very energy.
Yeah. I will head there. Let's see.
You get advantage on the attack roll
Yeah,
because it's
he's
no one's
glowing.
attacked it yet because he's glowing. Stab it real good.
That's a hit. Roll damage for me with sneak attack. Okay. How do you want to
This is devastating.
Wait.
Let's go.
That's going to be 19 points of damage.
Yep.
So, halved because of resistance. It's just enough. How do you want to do this?
Good thing I bolted it with radiant damage.
Oh goodness. I don't know. Probably just right through where I would assume its heart to be, or some sort of vital organ of sorts, or
Okay.
where its magic's coming from. Really,
you're-
just the sweet spot.
Seeing Shaw get hit, your rapier rushes forward, and it's very weird. You pierce the incorporeal form, and it's like just stabbing through a wet blanket almost. It's stabbed through, and you see as this smoky form shifts around your rapier. It doesn't seem to do much, but you push a tiny bit forward, and you feel it kind of more resistance, as if there's a magnet almost pushing your blade away. You push forward, and you make contact, and light shines from its eyes as it just bursts. Lugas, what are you doing? You have one skeleton in front of you. That's the last
Yeah,
one.
I'll do it. I'm gonna like take out a short sword with my one free hand, and I'll give him a slash.
Okay, roll tip for me.
I'll hit him with the blunt side of the blade to like smash him.
Okay.
+6. Okay.
It's still a hit, and again, you hit with a blunt side. So you're hitting with blunt side, sorry? We pommel.
Yeah, I just want to like smash through like the middle of his ribs with like the blunt side of my blade, like the flat
So
side.
so you just kick this guy in the chest, and you just smash straight for his ribs, and again, this skeleton just disintegrates in a pile of bones on the floor. You take kind of a second, step back, look around at all the bones, and the room feels eerily quiet as just
And I'm
dust
gonna
falls from the
go-
walls.
I'm gonna go this way. It's just. Alright.
Damn, aren't you fast? Come on now.
What is everyone doing?
15, 20, 25. Is there like, is this like an actual thing of like a treasure chest that they were using?
Yeah, it looks relatively ransacked.
Oh, I'll find out.
Is there
what
anything
maybe something that
remaining?
they were after. Yeah, I'll look through it. See whatever's
12 copper
remaining.
pieces.
Oh, what a shame. Looks like
Pleasure, if you don't mind that I take this.
By all means, I don't want to haul around a couple of copper pieces. Whoever.
Well, these are historic pieces a little bit.
Ugh.
yeah. Shame.
Look, they have the old symbols on them. Yeah, whatever. Fine, I guess I find enjoyment in the simpler things. Now, this fucking archway.
What is this thing, anyways? Is everyone
Face
alright?
right through it.
Well, other than the fact I think I literally just had a bit of soul ripped out of me, I'm quite peachy.
Well, that's good to hear.
I give my last healing light to Lugos here.
Yeah,
5 more
because it's
health.
not going to do me any good.
Nope. But Lugos gets healed for 5.
Hey, thank you.
I don't know. It seems that they just phased through it like some sort of aura, like a gate almost.
So does anybody have any connotation of, like, I know that they were a cult and I'm probably trying to do bad things, but you said you ran into these folks before, Maverick?
No, I didn't.
Do I believe you?
I don't believe I have, honestly.
He hasn't, though.
But apparently they're after somebody that me and Joy have kind of met up with before.
The Spice Man?
Yeah, the very eccentric one.
The one that was naked, or half naked, and brought in by Lugos?
Correct.
Yup.
He was a very powerful arcane caster. When we first met him, all of his vitality seemed to be drained from him.
Well, after first-hand experience with being touched by whatever the fuck that thing was, goes to my past or something, I'm sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
Lugos. As for having this conversation, I assume you're doing a standard thing of kind of searching around after the battle to see what you can see. You think back to when you first peered into this room, and how you saw this particular clumsy cultist carrying this kind of burlap wrap of materials to the portal. And you remember seeing that singular iron shard kind of fall out to the side. Looking about, it seems it's still here, but you didn't remember to pick it up.
How in the world are we able to light this thing up? Lugos is muted.
I am muted. Yeah, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I would absolutely like to go. That's why I wanted to zoom up here. Is like look for that guy's like item he dropped.
Okay. Upon inspecting it, it's a roughly parallelogram shaped piece of iron. If you've ever been to a museum and seen what like a sword looks like when it's been in the ground for hundreds of years it looks like a shard of that. It's horribly brown, rusted. There's no blade anymore, it's just jagged. And it's this odd shard of metal, and to anyone else it would be scrap. But anyone picking it up immediately can feel this all really encompassing dark energy as soon as you lay your hands on this piece of metal.
Does it feel bad?
Bad, but in a good way.
When did you find that?
One of the feckers dropped it. Feels powerful though.
Mind if I inspect it? See if there's any other strange arcane connections.
Sure.
I hand it
Sure,
to him.
I'll take it from him.
Roll investigation.
Just straight D20 rolls all day, baby. Here's another nat 1. Are you ready? You ready?
Yeah,
you ready?
I'm more
Here
than
comes
ready.
another nat 1. It's happening.
No. 13. You
There was a
look
1
and
next to it on the dice.
you pick it up and you have the same feeling as Lewis did when holding it. It's a wonderfully dark energy. It's reminiscent to... It's not reminiscent to anything you've had. You pick it up and it's almost satiating a primal hunger within you as you hold it to be the most powerful being.
I start walking back, pondering it, and I'm twirling it in my hands. Interesting. Very, very strange. Very, very strange. What about the rest of you? Any of you find anything on the way down here?
Just this sword.
A sword. Massive.
Yeah. As long as I get it back.
Sure. I just need to make something that I might have something that might go to it.
Sure.
I'll take it if you have it.
Yeah, so she'll very kind of cautiously hand it out to you.
One piece in one hand, one piece in the other.
The sword Joy has, it's about a hand's width wide. Standard, relatively broadsword width. This shard you have looks to be a small section of the blade, and it's the same width, if not wider.
Is it just like a cross section of it? Like, if there was an empty space on either side, it could fit maybe like a puzzle piece?
Essentially, yeah, but it's definitely not for this sword.
Strange. Very strange. Right. Just wanted to make sure. It's definitely a broken blade, but not one for this. I enjoy the broken blade that she originally had. Might want to hold on to it though. Could be very important.
I don't know if I like the feeling coming off from that blade of yours. Sort of gives me the willies, you know what I mean?
It doesn't creep me out. Maybe there's some sort of resistance built within it. I'm not sure.
Well, what now? What are we on for? I guess we're a little too late. Maybe they already got the artifact that they came here for. Maybe the artifact is the sword.
Saying that, you
But
look
did
around, it looks like the entire place has been ransacked with various things taken. So if there was something here, they have it.
This is unsettling. You didn't all feel that strange pulse that hunched over turtle man like resonated from him. It felt like I blinked for a very long time and everything just like paused for a moment.
Boy, I felt it. And I watched them escape in a flash of a second. Maybe we could try to find a way to activate this little teleporter that they were using.
I mean,
And Lucas will start like examining the archway, like looking around.
I'm referring to the school of magic he was using.
School? Oh, I don't know.
Every magic has a type of flavor.
What was
Sounds
his?
like he was using the same type of flavor as that damn blasted drow. Chronomancy. Time stop. He's using the same type of magic he did. I thought he was the expert in all this.
As Lugos was kind of like examining the archway, you're just kind of having like a passive conversation with Maverick. You think they might be in cahoots with each other, maybe?
Probably. I thought chronomancy was rare.
Maybe it is.
Maybe it's not anymore.
most people have to learn the magic, practitioner it their own way. If it's as rare as you're saying it is, and I believe it is, perhaps it's worth asking the individuals who know it.
Oh right, yeah, a big, scary drow nobleman who already hates all of us. Hey, do you want to see how this gate to another dimension works?
Well, he doesn't
Why a
hate me.
total-
He barely knows.
He
I will
doesn't
s-
hate me either.
I will say you don't know how to find him because last you saw of him, he and his brother went into the courtyard and teleported out.
Yeah.
I mean, by all means, it certainly makes him seem a little bit more suspicious on top of whatever blackmail was happening already. I don't know. I think we could try to figure it out. I don't want to leave here completely empty-handed, you know what I mean?
No.
Maybe
No.
not. I step into the archway.
Can I tell anything about the archway if there's any like symbols on it or anything?
Sure, roll Arcana.
Yeah, I start feeling the archway. Maybe there has to be some sort of a slot of something. I don't know. I'm just.
Would it be possible for me to identify the art as I
Identify
contact with it?
the piece of blade? Yeah, you can try. So you're going to spend 10 minutes identifying.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought you
Lugos,
can use a spell slot for identify. You don't have to ritual cast it.
Oh no, I don't mind. We're not in any immediate danger.
Oh, I know. I'm just future reference.
So Lugos, as you go to investigate the archway, and you don't know anything about different schools of magic or much about high magic at all, so even with a 16 it completely eludes you. Maverick,
I just
are
wanna
you also doing
feel
the
up
same?
this archway. Yeah, investigate this archway specifically.
No idea. This is high level magic that is way above your head. You get a feeling it's a type of magic you've never heard before, or either that or very high level spells have to be used to activate it. Sure.
Boy, Shadow Boy, Charmer Boy. You want to come have a look at this real quick? Maybe you could get a reading on it.
Looking at this sword, but give me a few more minutes and I'll take a look.
Alright, how
Can I
about you,
try?
Shadow Boy? I won't call Leo Cuss over. Sorry, Joy, go ahead.
Oh, I just want to see if I can give a try for the archway.
Yeah.
I'm not really getting a read on anything. It's too high level magic to be able to even tap into whatever it can do. Seems that we're shit out of luck as far as figuring out how it works.
For sure.
Damn it.
As you kind of
Alright.
stand in the back of the room, kind of trying to identify what this shard is from, you delve deeper into this latent magical energy within it. And there's definitely residual. This magical energy doesn't come from it being currently enchanted. This is magical energy from thousands upon thousands of years ago that was so potent it is still just wearing off now. There's a few artifacts in history that are known of that have this type of effect. You've got things like the Hand of Vecna,
Oh shit.
the Eye of Vecna, the Orcus Sword. All of these world-shattering artifacts have the same residual energy, but all of them have been lost.
This
Sorry,
ain't
Sula.
a vestige, is it?
The sword that I found, is it broken?
It's broken, yeah. You look and it's really not enough to go on. It's just a small shard. You'd need much more of the same item to fully identify. You just know it's incredibly powerful and shouldn't be taken lightly.
Okay. And then once I'm done with that, I'm gonna check on the archway myself. Not bad.
Okay, again. I'd say being the only kind of full-blood magic user here, you look and you know how these things work, and it's with a high-level spell that only quite powerful sorcerers, wizards, and warlocks know. Teleportation Circle, which is a 5th level spell. You look, you have no idea.
Yeah.
I
Alright.
suppose Leo Cuss could come over at all.
He's doing emo things.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna look at all of. I'm gonna take a moment to muse and I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna take a deep breath. Far be it from me to be, the voice of caution here, but I think we're particularly lucky to have walked away from all of that as okay as we are, all things considered.
But if this room doesn't really lead us anywhere, we should go explore the other pathway that we didn't go down.
Perhaps, but there might also be nothing there or traps. That's the problem. We're talking about a cult with magical capabilities of teleporting to places, dealing in artifacts of such an ancient magnitude of power that we're talking about almost godlike power.
Right, but we might be able to find the other shards of the swords.
It's worth a try. Maybe if
Perhaps
they
they
left this behind, what other things that they might have left behind that we can use?
Exactly. They didn't even touch the room that I found this sword in. At least it didn't look like that.
I mean, by all means, I'm all for exploring the rest, but maybe we should take a rest for a bit. Aye.
Well, I am perfectly fine, honestly, so it's really up to you guys.
I'm fine. I'm fine personally as well.
Well,
I'm
I'm not doing the hottest right now.
What?
Well, I
You
mean-
you need more healing or something.
No, well, if you're offering, I could use more. But what about Kashaw?
Well, this isn't something that's gonna come back over a period of an hour. Soul got sucked out of me.
He needs an actual rest, it seems.
You're feeling a little winded, right? What happened to you, anyways?
Well,
You look pale.
I mean, in the company that we're having right now, I'm not explicatives to explain my situation. Let's just put it this: that specter did something to me that I don't.
I think you're cutting in and out quite a bit.
Yeah,
God
but that's
damn
okay.
it.
So fine. Alright, I mean, sure. And Lucas will like walk over to a wall. He'll walk out to this actually to this area out here. He's gonna go to like this table here.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna sit down, kind of like he does like the lazy sit where like he's kind of slumped down a little bit.
Okay. And with that, I think we should take a break.
Cool.
Okay, so what time works everyone? Be back here at 5 past on the hour. It's up to everyone what works.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
5 past?
Yeah.
5 past, okay. We'll see you back here at 5 past or whatever time zone yours is. I'm pretty sure it's all the same. Stay tuned.
Alright, see you soon.
And we are back. Thank you for sticking with us through the break. And we are just going to jump straight back into it where we left off. So, you are in this large catacomb. You've investigated the teleportation kind of gate. It seems there's no way to activate it. It's way too high magic. You look around, the artifacts here seem to have been ransacked. Joy has found the sword, which appears to be relatively normal. And, of course, Lugo's found an odd metal shard of its latent magical energy. There appears to be nothing else in this room. What is everyone doing?
We're up shit creek, guys. Come on, our halfling friend in a wheelchair said he had an informant in the Oblivion Choir. So what if we're a little bit too late? He's got to have to give us information now where we can find this informant.
Oh wait. That's interesting. Because while I was peeking in here, it seemed like there was a clumsy human fella who dropped that piece of sword and completely ignored it. Kind of carried on by his business as usual. Surely you couldn't miss something like that, right?
Unless he's the rat.
What?
Yeah, are you implying that he did that on purpose?
Oh yeah, I think so.
It's a small
I'm
possibility.
guessing he
but
might have did it on purpose.
It's a slight possibility. It's almost as if they were wanting to leave a breadcrumb trail for us to come find them. We have to talk to that halfling again and find out where we can find his informant and how to contact him.
Shall we
Maybe
take a quick short break here and then explore the rest of the cavern before we head back?
Oh sure, I'll I mean, there might be something else here that we're missing, so
Sure.
might as well.
If he's leaving a trail, he could have left something elsewhere.
I'm in favor of that.
Or perhaps we find something that they overlooked.
Okay, so you take a short rest, have a quick drink, have a bite to eat as you really revitalize and take a time to re-sow your energy. About half an hour later, you are ready to go, and I assume you just head straight off to investigate the room.
Yeah.
Okay. So this, yeah, you head back to the top, and this room, it's about 30 feet directly opposite the portcullis you tore through. You look, and it's this, again, relatively heavy-set wooden door reinforced with iron. The torch sconces are still active, causing a beautiful diffraction of light from a stained glass semicircular window just above it. There's a small, barely noticeable dripping sound of water coming from behind the door.
Water, huh?
Is the door locked?
You put your hand towards it, and it's not locked.
Yeah, I will cautiously push it open.
Okay, as you kind of, again, you adjust the darkness with your tiefling eyes. It appears to be some kind of accommodation. No bigger than 20 feet by 20 feet, it's full of a jumble of tightly packed, now crumbling furniture, which serves to generate maximum utility for the small amount of space. You see a bed with a chest at the foot of it, a desk with stacks upon stacks of leather-bound books, old and completely covered in dust. You see a table opposite this, with chisel equipment. Towards the bed, the wall has slightly fallen in, covering the space in stony rubble, and you see, it looks like the groundwater from the surface runs off and slowly comes down here, with a thin layer of water across the room. As soon as you open the door, there's a poof of dust everywhere.
Well, there has to be some sort of useful information in here.
I'll take the chest if someone wants to search the table in the book.
Alright, very well.
Okay, Joy, roll. The chest isn't locked, it's just a latch. You pop the latch, open it up. It appears to be very old clothes. They look like they fit a small male. As soon as you pick up the first shirt to look at it, it pretty much disintegrates in your hand. It looks like dust mites have had their way with this long before you've got here. You pick it up, it just disintegrates to strands. There's nothing else much in here. A small iron dagger, very low quality from a long time ago.
Okay. There's nothing in the chest. Any luck?
This room might be trashed, but I'll try the desk and papers.
Okay. You read Elvish?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So you read Elvish and you quickly discern these papers seem to be mostly ledgers and long reports. They detail the upkeep of the tombs, donations, statue repairs, sarcophagus lid replacements, visitor fees, etc. And it becomes obvious that a long time ago, we're talking 1,000 years plus, this was a relatively busy tomb area where people would come to pay their respects to those lost in the Origin Wars.
Business ledgers. Nothing of use of information outside of this place.
Well, it was worth a shot.
Is there possible information of other tombs of the same Origin Wars, like locations?
Roll investigation.
Or even at least town names. 11.
Just bear with me for just a second. I'm going deep into the campaign notes for this one.
Oh, deep. Download.
It mentions a tomb to the northeast of Cold Fort within the Black Peaks, but it gives no specific location whatsoever. It could be anywhere in the vast mountain range. It mentions the tomb, and it seems to detail that it's essentially a sister establishment to it. It mentions Vecna, the one this was mentions Orcus.
Alright. Seems to be another mention of another tomb. This one's to Orcus. I believe he had a blade. Could be another powerful artifact. Black Mountain Ranges, though. No specific location, but it's just a generalized idea. Might have to find someone that knows more about the mountain ranges than we do.
Okay.
Well, it's a lead. It's a lead nonetheless. It's something.
Perhaps Albus knows more.
Maybe. I'll have to talk to that little bugger.
Yeah, I'm just glancing around this room. There appears to be no other doorway in here. It's just a singular cubic room.
I think our work here is done.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're a bit empty-handed at the moment, but we have pieces. Oh, that's gonna be quite the puzzle. Quite the puzzle indeed. Just slamming books, piles of dust, shutting drawers. Alright. Let's get out of here before it gets any later. I'm already starting to feel it.
Alright, I'll go with them. Lugo's finally getting a chance to unwind for a little bit after, like, sprinting through the woods for 2 hours and then fighting back to back.
So you head up the staircase out of the catacombs and squeeze through the knocked down doors. You see they seem to have got even more decrepit. The hinges haven't been able to hold their weight. And just as you push past, boom, one completely falls down and kind of slides down the stairs a bit. But as you come into the late night air, it's refreshing to have a nice, cool breath in. No more dark, rotting air. Nice forest air.
Yeah.
Do I see the full moon, by the way?
Full moon, it's probably about 11:45. It's almost high in the sky.
There goes. One of our friends, the Blood Hunter. I wonder if he's busy right now. I look up to the sky.
Lucas looks up to the sky with him. Right, most likely very busy. He's got a lot of work cut out for him tonight, I'm sure. Hope he's doing alright.
You don't think he might know more about the Black Peaks, the mountain ranges? I mean, he is an explorer after all.
Well, he's well traveled, it seems, too. Maybe he's been through there. We might be able to find him, maybe, right? Or did he say that he would find us?
I'm not really sure.
Maybe we could ask him some more questions.
Maybe, if we ever come across this path again.
Oh, I think he plans to, because you got his fancy sword.
Yeah, he wants to make sure that I'm at least taking care of it. Alright, we have ground to cover. It's bitter cold.
Is Lucas feeling particularly strange tonight at all?
The hairs on the back of your neck are beginning to stand. You're getting irresistible goosebumps across your arms as you travel, and there's an almost adrenaline-like electricity that's building up in your limbs.
Fuck.
Oh.
Are you
Yeah,
heading
yes.
back?
They don't need a
through-
power walk. We can take our time.
So you're heading back through the Drake Gate Woods to the estate of Alispel?
Yeah, at this point, yeah, it's late,
Okay.
and we need some sort of shelter for the night. Plus, we need to talk to that man saying that they live in quiet. Flipped on his deal.
Okay. You begin to crunch your way through the woods. And branches snapping beneath you as overhead, the treetop foliage gently shakes in the night wind. Can you give me a marching order?
I'm assuming I'm just following Lugos.
Lucas, you up front?
Yeah, I'm probably leading.
Okay. 15 minutes later, as you're walking deep through the Drake Gate forest, the moon reaches its peak in the sky, sending bright shimmers of moonlight through the tree cover of the Drake Gate woods. Lugos, as the first shards of moonlight bounce off your skin, it's a horrible searing pain. You feel a twisting in your gut and you fall to one knee. The hair on the back of your neck continues to stand further still. The hair on your head begins to rapidly flower and grow, spurred in various directions. As your hand is in the dirt, you see your claws begin to protrude out. Make me a constitution save for me.
Okay. Shit, dude, this really took a turn right now. Okay. That's
Two.
3.
3. Okay. Your hand digs into the dirt, and with a horrible pain, your nails tear themselves from your fingers, and in the place of these now bloody nails, these large, black, slender claws.
Do I know what's happening right now?
You have no idea, you're terrified. As you look down at this, your face goes pale. Your eyes, all of a sudden, they begin to change in the very structure of your skull. They turn canine and feral. In this half-transformed state, I want you to make an attack against Maverick for me, because he's the closest to you.
Oh, fuck. Alright, is this like an unarmed strike?
It'll be an unarmed strike, yeah. It'll be 1d4 plus your strength or dexterity, whichever side.
There. Good doggy.
As you're walking in the woods, you see him collapse to one knee in front of you. He begins to kind of claw the dirt, and with a low
Lugos, I
growl
told you
sound,
not to walk so far ahead. What the hell? Oh, well, walk up to him.
claws
He'll
come
turn
around
around.
and slice right across your neck. I want you to roll. It'll be 1d4 plus your strength or dexterity, whichever is higher.
Oh, my dex. I want to hurt you.
You deal 5 hit points of damage. It's your large, black, slender claws. This is only on one hand, by the way. Your right hand hasn't been changed yet.
As I do this, yeah, one hand, my other hand hasn't started changing it, I guess. And I'll like turn around and like you catch like a glimpse of like blood in my eye. I'm like, get the fuck away from me! And I
catches him straight across the neck. You feel your blood begin to seep as you see this half-transformed Lugos in front of you. What are you doing?
Oh, that's it. I'm gonna grapple and pin him.
Make me a contest.
Sure.
Contested athletics. Yeah.
Athletics, yeah.
Okay. Hope
Maverick,
your
18.
poor luck has ran out.
18.
18.
Well, I have the higher modifier. Do I
Yeah.
win?
Yeah, whoever
Okay.
has the highest natural strength.
All right, I grab him, I grapple him, and then I wish to pin him to the ground with an additional grapple check
Make me another contest.
to fully restrain him. 15. 13. All right,
Okay.
he's restrained.
You lunge straight towards a half-transformed Lugos. Your arms wrap around him and you throw him to the floor. As you do so, the Lugos, your head kind of bounces off a small rock to the side as it cuts into your skull. And as this happens, it kind of sends a burst of adrenaline through your system. You look as these black slender claws begin to retract back in, leaving you with no fingernails at all on your now malformed left hand, which slowly begins to twist back to shape.
Come on. I want to put him in a sleeper.
Can I talk? Right
Yes,
now?
you're slowly becoming less kind of feral.
I don't know what's happening. Get off of me.
Not yet. Not yet.
I'll try snapping at him with my maw, with my toothy maw.
Matt Mercer. He's here.
Bite at disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage.
Okay.
I'm assuming a 7 misses.
Yeah.
See his
I'm like
toothy maw
snapping at you.
hasn't quite developed yet. It's still a humanoid jaw, just with some fangs in. It fails to make any contact, and as you do this, the fangs are getting less and less as the pain in your jaw slowly subsides.
At this point, can I put it together that I know what I am?
Oh, and what's your intelligence?
Like 11, I think. It's 10. So no
Average.
bonuses or anything.
You have guesses, strong guesses.
Okay.
Joy's just watching us wrestle right now.
Definitely.
It's interesting. What now?
Maverick,
I'm just
what
gonna
would you wish to
keep-
do? Yeah.
I'm just gonna keep holding on to him until I feel like the physical struggle stop. So I
Okay.
guess he can continue to make athletics checks against me.
Yeah, that's probably what I will do. But I don't know what else I could do right now. I'm just kind of like trying to talk to him, like half me, half
Ooh,
like
12.
something inside. Like,
I don't. Try not to let go.
but at the same time, I'm also like,
Get the fuck off of me.
like very bipolar. 11.
11.
Okay.
Yeah, thank God. I win by
Still,
1.
Maverick manages just by the skin of his teeth to hold onto the transforming slowly back to normal. Lugos, make one more contest for me.
Alright. Like athletics or
Yeah.
okay.
13.
7.
7.
With this final few seconds of holding him in place, Lugos, you feel calm as you look down. You feel normal again.
I like look around. I'm like,
Oh, what the fuck was that?
We're talking like a normal northerner now. I let him go and I flop over to my back, fucking panting.
I like push him aside and I like scramble backwards. I'm like,
Did I hurt you? Are you bleeding?
I'll
you gonna be
use my
okay?
healing light and put 4 HP into me.
Yeah, so the cuts to your neck's almost fully heal up, but not quite.
Damn. You have short nails.
I like look down at my hands to make sure.
They're back to their normal shape, but your fingernails haven't returned.
I look up to like the moon. How do I feel right now?
Much calmer. It's almost like your transformation was stopped by quick intervention.
May I, can I insight what the hell just happened to him?
Yeah, sure. Well,
12.
Can I insight myself?
yeah.
Can I insight myself?
Looking at him, you've definitely heard stories of people like this when being on guard duty. Your friend appears to be a lycanthrope.
Did it look like that guy that our Bailey in the Black captured when he was turning?
Almost, but if it was a much, much earlier stage.
So it looks like it was a partial.
Yeah, it was as in only one limb really fully turned instead of a whole body.
Oh, damn.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you. I didn't have control of my own body. I didn't have control of
Your
myself.
damn eyes were different. You were growing hair all over the body. Lugos, what in the fuck are you, man?
I
You look
have
just
a-
like the captor that Bailey in the Black took. Before he fucking turned.
Yeah, you owe
All
us.
the way.
You owe us some answers, definitely.
I take out the purifier and I poke it against his chest.
Okay.
Wait,
Point
what?
the blade of the purifier tip like
Oh.
at his sternum.
Do I feel anything from that?
The purifier is made of a mix of this Damascus steel and silver put into it. As it hits against your chest, just even the smallest poke, there's a as it burns against you.
I like scramble up and I'm like backing up away from it. Get that the fuck away from me!
Silver.
Right.
It's silver.
Oh, it's silver. Alright, listen, I owe you an explanation, alright? And I'm really sorry you even got to this point. You really thought I was holding out for hope that I wasn't a fucking monster. Cover his face, like... I was bitten by a creature like one of those. Do I know what a lycanthrope is? Or like what a werewolf is?
Yes, from your time spent with Bailey in the Black.
I guess it all came to fruition weeks ago when my sister died, and the fucking werewolves chased me through a forest. I jumped off into a gorge, but one of them managed to nick me right in the heel before I jumped off. I thought it was his claw, but I guess it was his fucking mouth. Makes a lot of sense now. Fuck. Back.
So, what do we do? Do we just take you to a church or something?
No. You can't take me to no one. They're gonna kill me.
Well, if I have anything to say about it.
Right, you're gonna have to face down a whole fucking militia probably to get me in there. Did you see how Balian reacted? If I happened to be a werewolf, he would fucking kill me right on the spot. No matter what kind of... You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
I have my doubts. Right. This is just excellent, isn't it? I
Is this
stand up
just
and
gonna
I
get
like...
worse and worse? In all these weeks, this hasn't happened to you before.
Why? No, it's been about almost exactly a month since my sister. Oh,
Is that when you were bit?
I guess so.
How many full moons has it been in the past month? Can I roll
Say about
history for that? How many full moons has it been the past month or so?
There's like one full moon each month, like typically.
Yeah.
So it's probably maybe the second
Yeah.
one at most.
Every 29.5 days. This is the first one.
Well, What? So is it just going to get progressively worse? Are we going to have to do this every month when the moons rise again?
I'm not even sure myself.
How did this end? Is there some sort of chain of command that we can go and start slaying more beasts? We talked to Balian about the same thing.
Yeah, do I know the history of like becoming like kind of curing lycanthropes to slay the head of it?
I think that was one of the things you did discuss with Billion. It's something you have
Well,
made a
according to
check on
Balian,
before.
what's up?
Is one of the things you did make a check on before, and I think that's the answer you got, yes.
Well, according to the last time we talked to Balian, the only way to solve the problem is to cut it off from the source. So, according to him, the only way I can cure my lycanthropy in the first place is to kill the fucking creature that infected the one that infected me.
So alright then, we have 30 days to kill a werewolf leader, huh? Seems like it's par for the course for us at this point.
Right, just another fucking thing to toss into the pot of a jumbled fucked up mix of shite we have to do. Per usual.
Where were you attacked? Where was this
That's
beast?
the thing, mate. That's why I got this book. And I pull out the Blood Forest by Asmodeus Jenkins. Ever since my unfortunate incident in the forest, mind you, the one that I explored and have lived in my whole life, ever since the night that I ventured in to look for my sister, it changed. It was no longer the forest I once knew. And I had been living there for 30 years, by the way. And not once has the forest ever looked like this. It was like some sort of magical, fucked up maze of darkness.
So this
Close.
magical, illusory, ever-changing labyrinth of a forest is where you got bit. And
I
nowhere
went
on the
in-
map is going to be able to document it to be able to match what you saw.
Just
I
as you say
went
this,
in. Wait on. Sorry.
you
I
you're
went in.
No, after you.
Shit, go ahead.
After you, I insist.
Thank you. I went in. It was the forest when I entered, and as soon as I was in, shit was changing around. And I woke up the next day actually, outside of the forest. All my wounds were completely healed, and I had broken my legs the night before, and I was able to walk again. I went back in that same day, and nothing tore the same. Nothing at all. A dark red moon hung high in the sky.
Just as you finish saying this, the silence of the Drakegate woods around you is broken as you glance upwards to the sky, about where Alvaspal's estate is, and you see as beautiful fireworks in an array of colours, red, blues, purples and golds, begin to burst in the sky, sending shimmering particles down. The party seems to be in full swing.
Nice. And now I'm at a dead end with my forest, because as far as I know, I haven't got a clue about this book. I haven't even had a good chance to sit down and read it. We've been so fucking busy.
We need to get you out. We need to get you inside, out of Moonlight anyway. Let's go. Let's get out of the outdoors, shall we?
For once in my life, I agree to that.
Make sure I dust them off. Come on, you can stand.
Yeah, you'll stand up. Like, for once in my life, I agree with getting out of the outdoors.
I will find a way. I'll find some sort of way. whatever healing magic I have to study, no matter how long it takes. If we got to tie you up every single month and I have to, I'll learn it.
We appreciate it. I'm not feeling too hopeful about the whole situation, though.
It's either that or we chase down an 8-foot tall, 12-foot tall werewolf lord, 5 arms, made of tendrils, black energies, shifting force. Oh, you know the time.
Right.
Okay.
Let's head back to the party.
And with this new revelation still strikingly somber in your mind, you head onwards, further still towards the estate of Arvis Bell. Again, as you approach, the main foyer area, the entire downstairs seems completely desolate. You look on.
Halfling guy too.
You look on, kind of back into the back garden area. A huge bonfire is raging as more fireworks fire off above, creating a shimmering display of a like which you've never seen. You've never seen such a wealthy party, so you've never actually seen fireworks before. As these wondrous rockets filled with gunpowder fire off into the sky. Around this huge campfire, music continues as various people are dancing, celebrating, having all facets of joy around this campfire. As you look about, you just think you can see Arvis Bell, who's kind of in his chair, maybe about 50 feet away from a campfire. He's more pressed away in some hedgerows. He seems to be sat next to a large fountain, which is slowly siphoning water through.
I want to try to catch his gaze.
Yeah, so he's sat. He appears to be
light cantrip and then extinguish
staring.
it. Light cantrip and extinguish it.
Yeah, there's this flashing looks, and he sees you return, stood in your armor, obviously relatively battle damage. He looks and he raises a hand, waves you over to the back garden where he is.
Yeah. Alright. I guess we should break the news to the guy that they live in choir. Dumped him.
Okay, so as you kind of push your way through to the back, you get quite a few weird looks from people who do turn for a celebration around a bonfire. They kind of glance as you walk past them. It was like, wasn't this guy just in like a suit an hour ago and dresses? And as you glance as you walk past in your full battle armor over to Arvis, but they're too involved in their merriment
And they're
to
drinking
really
in merriment.
So they turn. This is a problem for another day. As I turn, continue drinking and celebrating with their friends and family. As you walk to a relatively unlit part of the garden where Arvis sits watching the celebrations. Oh, hello.
Seems a certain group of individuals were there before us. Place is cleared out.
Oh. So I take it you didn't find the, you know what?
I wasn't really sure what really we're looking for. Just, to be honest, broken pieces of old enchanted metal.
Yes. You see as you say this, he kind of glances an eye across, and you look sat right in the back of the garden, up against a fence and some trees. It appears to be a family crypt of sorts, the kind every kind of very rich family has. A name carved onto the door, a small room, and you reckon this is where his brother's body is. He kind of glances off, looks back, and is like, "Oh, well." Any luck whatsoever, or was there none completely?
There is some information. A certain turtle creature capable of casting chronomancy.
Or chronomancy? What is that? I'm a comedian, I'm sorry.
For a moment. Felt like time stopped for a moment. He was very powerful. They were able
not what I expected to hear.
He was also able to raise the dead. Skeletons.
He could raise the dead.
Well, in a bastardized way.
Oh.
Why?
Not in a useful way.
No.
Are you sure?
Useful to him, sure, but
Sure, useful to him. Popped open the sarcophagi in the catacombs. Brought skeletons to life.
you know what's the
Brought
most
shade out of a
curious?
statue.
You know what's the most curious thing, right?
What's that, my redhead friend? Glances towards you.
We're talking about the halfling, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He happened to have like a very similar glow to that drow feller. About his magic.
Same school, I think.
He looks very confused. He's a glow. Schools of magic.
It's the same flavor, the same kind of expertise. It's like having a different comedian tell a different comedian's jokes. Sure, it's the same jokes, it's just told in a poor way.
So you're saying we can sue?
Wish could. All I'm saying is they might be related. If they're telling
Why, they
the same
might be in
jokes.
cahoots. They practice the same school of magic.
Two
Well,
different wizards reading
I
from the
have to
same book,
admit,
perhaps.
I have no idea about magic or weird things, as you can
That's
probably
quite
tell.
alright. That's quite alright. But there was this archway made of stone. It had this misty veil, glow to it. They passed through, and the glow vanished, like they got transported to another place. It's like the archway was built into the crypt itself. Maybe they were going from crypt to crypt, looking for these pieces, whatever they were looking for of power.
So I take it that means you haven't found any leads.
Other than there's another temple somewhere in the mountains, Black Peak. Sheer
I look over to Joy with like a suggestive glance. I nod subtly to him. Kind of like show him the blade, maybe.
She rolls her eyes and shows him the blade, but doesn't hand it to him.
Careful.
Well,
She found this.
yes, that's a sword. Broken
It's not
sword.
what you're looking for, is it?
I
It
mean, do
would
you
make a
even know what
nice
the artifact?
letter opener, maybe. Kind of.
I mean, do you even know what the artifact was that you sent him to look for?
I didn't really share this with you all, but did any of you, do you remember seeing that strange green glow in the room where I grabbed this from?
Aye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when I grabbed the sword, some strange thing happened, and the glow almost like disappeared into the sword. Some ruins appeared, and some voice tried to speak to me, but it was very muffled, and I couldn't understand.
Wait.
So this is definitely no ordinary sword.
I sent you to go to the tomb and retrieve some artifacts, and now you're talking about magical glows and broken. What? Are you telling me you don't just waltz in there, say hi to a receptionist, go to your room, and Bob's your uncle where it is? No?
Unfortunately not.
Wow,
Also,
but
the
this
place was
adventuring
littered with
business
traps,
is
by
here.
the way.
Oh,
Listen, I'm afraid that this might be a lot more serious, alright? I'm gonna need you to drop the little comedian act.
you don't want me
dealing
to
with
draw
powerful
a little comedian act, I'm sorry.
We're dealing with high-level casters, and I don't think they had any intention to actually resurrect your brother, man.
I wasn't under the assumption they were. I'm under the assumption they're trying to find the artifacts. I sent you to retrieve the artifact for me. They're there
Well.
on their own business.
Right. Speaking of your informant, is there any way that we can
Aye.
be able to contact them ourselves? Your insider. And the Oblivion Choir.
Actually, yes, yeah, I believe so. I have a name, I don't know how much use and well, a name and a vague location.
We'll work with
What
it.
does he look like?
I've never met him in person. He signs all his letters off by the name Nalzin,
Nelson.
and you see as he grabs a piece of parchment from one of his pockets on his trousers, kind of shows it to you. He says, as you can see, he signs all of his letters on paper from this weird-looking inn called the Piss and Whistle. It's in Colefort.
Colefort, which is not that far from the other tomb that I found in the ledgers. All right,
No, it's
we have a lead.
2 days ride from here. That's a great name, though, isn't it? The Piss and Whistle. Oh.
You should write that into your next act, sir. But appreciate the information.
I think it could be some wordplay about a bard. Kind of begins to ponder off into the distance.
Have a good rest of your night.
Oh, are you going?
No, not yet. I feel like enjoying your scenery. The show you put on. Wouldn't want it to have to go to waste.
Oh, well,
I
thank
need
you.
a drink, by the way.
Oh, yes, I'm sure you can find whatever alcohol you need, which seems to be quite a bit of it. Enjoy.
I'm gonna go check on the spice mage.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab a drink. Oh, there's like fireworks and music and stuff
Yeah,
going.
there's fireworks and music and everything you could possibly need to begin to relax into a party.
One last thing. I want to hand Joy a second drink. Double fist and hand her one. I feel like this better than formal attire, don't you think?
Yes, thank you.
Beats wearing a suit. Tell you what, how about take the edge off. Have a dance. I think I've gotten better at it.
Oh, sure, why not?
Lots to take my mind off of anyway.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
So you head out. All the music is kind of in the garden area. None of it's inside. There's a small band on stage, which, as I said before, was part of the band of
The Cassidys, apparently.
The
Kashaw's probably not in a good mood.
yeah. It's
He's probably off in his
essentially
room already.
the backing band as they play various kind of jazzy instruments, and it's a waltzing tune as you head out into the back garden. There's various people in suits and ties and these large ball gown dresses outside of the garden as these fireworks continue to go off in the night sky. Lugos.
Here we are in fucking armor.
Yeah, just
Armed to the teeth. Yeah.
Lugos, what are you doing?
Man, he so doesn't want to be outside tonight or do anything. He's gonna like check on the spice mage first.
Yeah, you head upstairs to your room. You open the door and you see he's somewhat conscious, if not inebriated on the bed with a... He seems to have snuck it downstairs at some point and retrieved a bottle of wine.
You're right, mate.
Oh, yeah, yes, just fun. How are you?
I'm doing alright. Just
Thank
thought
you
I'd come
for
check
the,
on you.
Lift as well, that was marvellous.
Oh yeah, you're in rough shape, so
Yeah.
it's no problem.
Where are we? He kind of stands up, a bit shaky.
We're in the manor of our what's the halfling's name again? I always forget.
Arvaspel.
Arvis Bell, yes. We're in the manor of the esteemed Lord Arvis Bell right now.
Ooh. Kind of takes around, and you see as he's been searching out of a room. He reaches into a drawer or a cabinet you haven't used, and he's like, "Well, I will be bidding you farewell." In his hand, you see chalk. He drapes chalk in a circle around him, and he does an exaggerated, almost a Broadway kind of bow as he goes. He's like, and then he doesn't go. And he's like, yeah. It looks like that isn't working anymore. Yeah.
I think you need to rest a little longer, mate.
Rest is for two types of people. The Not me. I don't need wrists. I just need plenty of spice. As he's kind of shakily moving about the room, kind of glancing in cabinet to cabinet.
Is he in my room, right?
He's in your room.
Obviously, I would throw him in my room. God, Lucas really wanted to just be alone. He didn't want to deal with a drunk spice mage.
Oh no, he is always drunk. This is just default spice mage.
I don't know nothing. I don't know anything about the spice mage. Personally, like, I haven't interacted with him.
Your turn.
Does he
What's
seem
your
like he's
name?
gonna cause any trouble if he's left alone?
Possibly a bit of redecoration of a room.
He's. My name is Lugos.
Oh, that's an interesting name. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance, Lugos. He bows.
What's yours? What's yours?
Well, for I am Suhes Zictus, the spice mage you may call me. And he does like an extravagant kind of flick of his feet as he does so.
I'm a friend of sorts of Maverick and Joy.
They're the, that's the weird boy with the glowy eyes and the tiefling with the horns, yes?
Oi.
Ah, I had a ever so brief encounter 5 weeks ago? Some number of weeks ago with him. It was unfortunate.
Right. Hopefully there's no bad blood between you, all right? It didn't seem like there was.
No, I just almost got them killed. But I did save their lives, so I believe it evens out.
Well, it was a pleasure to meet you, Suis. Try not to cause too much trouble messing up the room or whatnot, alright?
No, don't worry. I'll just do a bit of spicing it up.
No one knows that you're here at the moment, except for me and my friends right now. So try not to have such a high profile. Try not to cause, too much ruckus.
Wait. Do you have a cake?
No, I don't have a cake right now.
He kind of approaches really close and he's like, if you get a cake, this is secrets from the lost continents. You can hide in the cake and you can whisk me downstairs, and in front of everyone I can emerge like a phoenix from the icing.
I really advise against that.
Oh, but it's marvelous. Trust me.
Again, I'm trying not to get in trouble with our esteemed Lord Arvis Bell. So I want to avoid that if possible, Spice Mage. Just take a seat, get a little comfortable. Maybe I'll join you for a drink later. I want to try to persuade him.
Roll persuasion.
Sure. -1. $13.
He glances around. He's like, sure. Take a seat, but seats aren't even below. Fine.
I'll be back in a minute. I need to freshen myself up in the bathroom.
Yes.
I had a hard night.
Oof, me too. Worst dream. Wouldn't believe it.
I'm sure.
And he
Which
goes
way
and
does
sits
the
on
door
the bed.
open, by the way?
It opens
open?
inwards to the room.
Okay. I can't lock him inside.
Prop a chair up and stuff.
Yeah.
Put a sign up on the door that says push only, and maybe he's too drunk to figure it out.
I'm gonna leave him for a second. I'm gonna lock the door from the outside if it has if they ever gave me a key or a lock or anything. Just maybe he'll be too drunk to unlock
Yeah.
it, so
The doors, all of keyholes kind of built into the handle, so you can't lock it.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay.
If there's like a mirror in the bathroom.
Yeah.
One of those moments where you just stare in the mirror.
Yes.
Those.
Actually, yeah.
Having an anime moment.
Taking a
right
few
now.
deep breaths.
So you
I go
stand.
there.
Splash water in your face. Anime moment.
You stand kind of on the wash across on the wash basin, your hands widespread over the sink, staring at yourself in the mirror.
And like, I want to take like my clothes off.
Oh.
At least like my shirt.
Okay.
Okay.
That took a turn.
And I want to take my clothes off.
I want to admire myself.
I want to admire myself. I want to take my clothes off.
I really want to like closely examine to see if like my body has changed. So he's like turning in the mirror, like kind of like looking at his like back and his
Yeah, you look and
shoulders.
weirdly enough, your flesh seems more thinly pulled over your skin. No, your flesh seems more thinly pulled over your muscles. So you look a lot leaner, but at the same time, very kind of gangly.
I kind of like, I'll like, kind of like pull my mouth down to kind of like examine like my like teeth.
You see just underneath where your canines would be, there's essentially just black marks leading down from your canines all the way back, all the way down to your jaw. Like it has
And I'll
forcibly
kinda-
recessed itself down.
I'll kind of like open my eyes up too, you know?
Just
Yeah, you're giving
completely
yourself a full
bloodshot.
medical examination.
Yeah.
Not the prostate,
physical.
please.
Now cough really hard.
Apologies.
What do I see with the eyes?
It's just completely bloodshot. There's various blood vessels burst, kind of all down your eye.
Fuck. I'll like look at my ears and shit.
Kind of going here, and they seem kind of hypersensitive. And as you're doing so, you hear kind of bangs on your bedroom door, kind of stumbling about and murmuring to himself. Seem fine.
1 minute, Mr. Spice Mage. I know you're an esteemed guest, but hold on a minute.
But hold on, I think I might
wow.
be a werewolf. Damn.
Hold on, I'm
yeah,
turning into
Lugos
a werewolf. I'll leave a message at the beep.
Lugos is really like taken aback because like he essentially became something that like he hates. You know, it's like the exact same type of creature that tore his sister apart in the forest. He's like, fuck, and he like slams his fist down on like the counter, like the sink. And kind of stares there for a second, kind of like reflecting into the mirror, wondering about like what might happen next.
Well, he has an existential crisis. I want to ask Joy a couple questions, actually. So
She's drinking pretty heavily. Champagne.
At first I thought I was impartial to the dress, but armor's just as good, I suppose. I have a weird question, actually. This might be a bit funny,
Yeah.
I guess, but I guess we all have our own, secrets that we're keeping with myself and Lugos, Leah Cass now. I'll half jokingly ask, is your name actually Joy?
Well, not really.
Oh, that's
I
almost
chose to change it a while ago.
Darn, and here I thought Joy was just an appropriate name. Proper introductions, maybe? I mean, we're getting used to one another, I suppose.
So she's gonna take a very long drink right out of the champagne bottle.
Yeah, just out of the bottle, not out of the glass. Out of the bottle. Here we go.
So she's got the full bottle at this point.
Oh, save room for me. Save some.
Oh, there's more.
I know. I'm already kind of buzzed as well. Maverick is like he's had enough of today.
Well, Well, see, the thing is, I go by Joy now. The other name, I'm just... My family apparently has quite a bit of a dark past that I'm still trying to understand, as I just don't get it. I was a child. I wasn't part of those things. So I'm trying not to associate myself right now with that family. I mean, to my knowledge, they're dead, but of course they never found the fucking bodies. I'm Amara Lockhart.
Well, and a Lockhart too. Well, if you still prefer to be called Joy, I'll still happily oblige to call you Joy.
Yes.
But
Please.
it is, of course, yeah. It is still, I guess, a pleasure to now meet you, Amara Joy.
Thanks.
And darker past anything like that, you're not in any danger, are you?
That is... I don't know. Again, I'm still trying to figure it out myself.
I get it. It's fine. Yeah, well, if it's shady business and if they're looking for your family as a whole, and if you get to, somehow inadvertently get involved, just whatever. If you need anything, talk to me. All right?
Well, thank you. I'm not sure if I'm being sought after. I mean, I stayed in the area after they were killed or whatever. So I'm sure maybe someone would have looked for me by then. But then again, I don't think very many people knew I existed. Or else they wouldn't have used fire to kill them, right?
Well, that's... You seem to be taking a family side quite lightly, I guess. But,
Well, what can I do at this point?
No. I don't have any kind of expectations on how to deal with that.
My family weren't tieflings either.
Oh.
It's all quite the mess. I'm his half daughter. It wasn't his wife.
I understand.
She hated me, actually.
Even Aggie, was like in the camera, like, wow.
Oh no, she's just fucking rambling. She's...
Yeah, I get it. I get. Well, shoot. It seems like we're all having kind of family businesses. Shit, my father made a pact with the goddess so I can be born of celestial blood, so I can be a weapon against evil. Isn't that lovely?
Oh yes. So much fun. Gotta love parents, right?
Yeah. God. You do. Well, forgetting about all that now, just cheers, and I'll grab a bottle off of the table. Somebody's. Hey,
Cheers.
it's mine. Don't worry, you weren't using it.
No, yeah, yes, you just hear like a hey. That's you.
Hey, here's a silver piece. You could buy a couple more. And I'm downing one. I'm Maverick's gonna get plastered.
The thing is, this is very expensive stuff. It's Alva Spells. A bottle of this is like 5 or 6 platinum pieces. So it's immediately
it's a shiny
inebriated.
silverish coin. You have to.
Yeah, Joy will finish the bottle she's holding and then say, "Shall we dance some more then?"
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I'm finished. I'm down half a bottle of champagne on myself already. And yeah, I'll join Joy for Jensen for the night.
Okay. And with that, the heavy drinking, the dancing, and the staring at itself in a mirror and questioning what has happened.
God,
It's time
such
to
a harsh
end
contrast.
tonight. That's a fun ending. Well,
Super fun.
that was a nice one, guys. Well done. Lots of stuff happening. Lots of leads, getting your puzzle pieces in. And with that, I think, well, there's only the compass points to one place from here, I believe.
Yeah, we got leads.
So with those leads, our puzzle pieces ready to be connected together. Somewhat of a jumble now, but they'll all become very, very clear in later sessions. That is all for today. We'll see you all next week for same time, as always. And hopefully by then we may be affiliate. So, as always, thank you so much for watching.
Exciting.
Hope you have an amazing, amazing week. And we'll see you soon.
Can we
Bye-bye.
do /host Dungeon for All? Send our viewers over there.
Thank you.
It will automatically do it once we go off on a list.
Amazing.
Okay. We'll
Come back next week, guys. See you then.
see you all soon,
Yeah.
and if you've got nothing to do, go follow Arcane Recovery on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter, and go watch Dungeon for All stream, which is live right now. See you soon. Bye-bye.
So
Have the strangest feeling to know what to believe in. Cause every time you touch me, I can't control my body. Oh, baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. It's like we're in a movie. I don't know how you do it. Oh. I look into your eyes and everything is different. Baby, you are on my mind. All I think about, and I don't wanna stop. I don't wanna stop. Could you come closer to me? I just can't resist you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I am stuck in a dreaming. I can't help what I'm feeling. I don't know if I'm breathing when you are with me. My heart is beating. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. I'm giving up. I'm giving up. Getting into you. Baby, you are on my mind. I can't control my body. Can't control my body. Body, 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 body. I am stuck in a dreaming.